room 12, dwarves got badass dream weapons.
Nice.
Helps if I start the sound on stream.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt at all.
got him.
Thanks for that, Becca. By the way, thank you.
Yeah, I should
Yep.
open up stream.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have that shit muted for on the starting soon, so they don't hear us while the starting soon's going, and then yeah, just forgot to unmute us.
How dare you?
Right? Fucking.
So at this point, Tyvar and Tyven have both had the same dream, even though I believe it's Tyvar. No, Tyven is on watch. Yeah, Tyvar is on watch. Tyven, you're still sleeping. Tyvar, you have just woken up from your sudden nap time, and there's two weapons crunched into the stone floor. What are you gonna do?
Take a look at the weapons and see what's there.
So there's you have a mace, correct? Or is it a warhammer? I can't remember.
The maces are my weapons, and the warhammer is the anvil.
Your forge, your anvil. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have there's one mace for you, and there's one warhammer for Tyven.
Nice.
Or was it a mace that broke for you as well, Tyven?
I had a morning star.
A morning star. So it's one mace for you and a morning star. Just crunched into the floor where Moradin had dropped them.
All right. I'm gonna pick up.
Did you guys remember how they were updated?
Masterwork, you said.
Yep. Yes. So they appear to simply just be masterwork versions of what they were. Each will have a small insignia of Moradin, which I do believe I sent a picture to you guys, which you should already know what it looks like. So it'll have a small insignia somewhere on the weapon.
Nice.
I love it. I love Moradin's insignia, though.
It's very, very cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I actually did a lot of research into. I probably do too much research, if I'm being completely honest with you.
No.
But I did a lot of research into Moradin's mannerisms, and I looked up like a bunch of different campaigns that he's showed up and how people have done it.
That's cool, though.
I ever brought him into this.
That's cool. I like that.
That was very cool.
I was very, very excited for that part.
Mic drop, Audi.
Yep.
Like that is by far one of my top favorite D&D moments. I'm going to give you that now because that was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I was very, very fond of it. I was very, very excited for this session, or for that session, because of that.
I'm gonna wake up Tyven.
What is it?
And you will have had the same dream.
What's that?
So Tyven would have had the same dream. He wouldn't have seen the misses yet, but he did have the same dream.
I come to consciousness and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Oi, look over there.
And look over.
And I apologize now out of game for my accent because it's rough.
Dude, not as bad as mine.
Today.
Oh man, I think Manny's changed 6 times last session.
Fuck! I had one session we did where like my accent went from Irish to Scottish to Russian to German to Spanish even. I think.
I thought about making Manny's Russian.
Oh my god. Manny as Russian would have been funny as hell. Holy fuck.
Vladimir. Das Vidania.
Das Vidania beaches. So I'll look over and just kind of wide-eyed stare at like the maces with the cracks in the ground. Is that what I think it is?
Aye.
Wait. Did you have a dream?
Indeed I did.
Just kind of slowly get up and walk towards it and pick it up.
As you pick up the mace, it's going to kind of the metal is almost going to seem to shimmer.
Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. Just kind of like very slowly kind of caress it and put it away.
Nice weapon. Nice weapon.
Mine, my own, my precious. Oh wait. Oh fuck! You know, helps if I get dice, right?
Tends to be helpful in a dice game.
Not left
Yeah.
my table in like a month.
To be fair, these two dice sets both live in my desk drawer.
Well,
so
I'm not used to having player dice. I have my set of DM dice. These are the dice I use to DM with.
These are my DM dice now. Yeah.
Nice. And my cube of D6s in case I need to fireball a bitch.
Nice.
You know? So I'm not used to having player dice. Okay. Oh.
yeah, I have more than a couple of spare complete sets just sitting in my computer desk.
Yeah, I just got the two, and I really like these dice, but they bounce out of my dice tower.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So that's why I got the metal ones, because they don't bounce out of my dice tower.
Okay.
Dice tower would be really cool.
Right.
This one is made from a 3D printer. Pretty nice.
Nice.
I want like a full dragon one where I put it in its mouth. And it comes out the other end.
I've seen those at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Like that would be sick. Just a full like big ass silver dragon.
There's one where you put it in like where the wings are at, right? You drop it in where the wings are at, and the dice come out the mouth.
That's cool too.
Yeah, pretty tight.
That'd be fucking god. I want that shit now.
It was like $250.
Yeah, no, I understand how much those are, but fuck, it'd be worth it.
I can't tell you the amount of money that I consider splurging at Comic-Con every year.
Dude, I've never gone. I wish I could.
Oh, man. I almost bought a $400 like combat ready lightsaber.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so you pick up the mace. I keep getting sidetracked away.
I know, right?
Yeah, you pick up the mace or the Morningstar and the metal shimmers.
Kind of caress the beauty and put it away. Always keeping kind of a hand on it.
Examine it and put it away. Put it in the frog or the scabbard or whatever.
Same thing happens when you pick it up. The metal seems to kind of not necessarily ripple but shimmer.
Nice.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
Out of game question: Did Morden upgrade my existing weapon or give me a third weapon?
He upgraded your primary weapon.
Nice. Okay.
And with Tyvar or Tyvan, he repaired the Morningstar that was busted. So
Nice.
the one that was shattered, it is completely new and masterwork.
Since that motherfucker busted like 3 of my 4 weapons. That shit was brutal.
My original intent was for your blacksmith hammer to repair those.
Oh.
I could if I had a forge.
Right.
Got the anvil. I even have the blacksmith tools in my inventory.
You just need a Dragonborn.
Yeah. I just don't have the part where I make heat. I need other facilities for that. I got everything else with me.
I've got a Dragonborn in my other Sunless Citadel party.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I have a Dragonborn monk and a gnome wizard, and they are very, very stuck on the stone door that you guys came into last session.
Oh. On the star one?
The one for the key. They keep trying to breathe fire on it and knock it down and pick it and just are very focused.
Oh, so they haven't even gotten to the kobolds yet.
Oh, they haven't even made it to Meepo yet.
Cora tried to get them to keep going, and they just like literally I got them to come down, and then they went back to the door.
Two sessions in, and they haven't even made it to Nevo.
Goddamn. Okay.
Wow.
I think we.
But they do have knowledge though that you guys yet to have.
Okay. Okay.
Because they found it in town.
Yep.
You
we're
know,
we're the
that
two
whole-
stubborn dwarf paladins. Just, alright, someone's in trouble. Let's go.
So it's really interesting to be playing the same campaign with another group, and the amount of knowledge that they have by comparison, but by how far you guys are.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
interesting.
we
I'm really
kind
enjoying
of
it.
skipped level 1.
Yeah,
Went
you guys
straight for level 2.
And I told them that I was like, well, they made it. My other party, I was like, they made it twice as far in the first session.
That being said, they max out at about 2-hour sessions, so.
Yeah, we do have quite a bit shorter sessions.
That's
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's fair.
So anyway, you guys pick up your weapons. You guys are hanging out in this tomb room. There's a big dead troll, big sarcophagus that you guys looted. Did you guys loot that? Or?
Yes, we looted that.
Okay.
I checked before we made camp. I checked the hidden passageway that we found, how it connects all the way back over to room 10, and we were then, after making camp. Oh, where the fuck are we going, guys?
I think we have to go back up to, well, I mean, all the goblins are in 40. At least they were having a party, it sounded like. But we didn't do, there were a couple of rooms we didn't do. 38, 35, and 36, or 40, 41, 30. Wait, I wrote down.
Yeah, we didn't go
Times
up in
like
there.
this, it would be great to have a third monitor.
Oh man, yeah.
It is. It's amazing.
And I can't put a third monitor into my laptop.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really getting distracted today.
I know, right? Look around, everyone else. Where do you guys want to go to next? I think we've.
That's why I wrote down 36 price, because there's literally 2 rooms that have 36 number.
Oh, that is true, huh?
Is there?
I'm trying to find the map of the...
Wow, there is.
Here. Copy.
No idea where I put it.
Here. Copy pasta. There's one. And because probably later. There's 2.
Can you look at rooms like 22 and 23, 13?
Yeah, we went through all. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
No, we didn't.
There's actually 3 rooms with 36.
Oh, there's 3 rooms, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all interesting.
Okay.
Looks
Well,
dark.
should we go deal with those goblins, or are we gonna leave the kobolds to fend for themselves?
But we still haven't found the humans yet.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Rose is awake right now.
We're already here. We shouldn't leave an evil unattended to.
Do you
They
all
need to be
want to
dealt
give
with.
me a spot check?
That is not a class skill, last I checked.
Yeah, I got a +2 to that. 13.
5?
Did you say 25?
I got a 5.
Yes, 2-5.
So with the 25, you are going to notice some writing in the dust on the stone wall, and with the 16, you said you had a 16 there.
13.
13. You are gonna notice that Urki is nowhere to be seen.
Lily's gonna be a little bit upset by that.
Well, there are
What is
2
the-
rooms labeled 36.
3.
What is the writing?
Oh yeah, there it is.
In common, in the dust on the wall, you're gonna see a hastily scribbled a note from Urki that says, "Thank you for your help. I'm leaving this place."
What? That's not gonna be very nice for Rosie.
I'm gonna look over at Tyvar.
Poor Rosie.
She's probably gonna start crying and talking to her pet rock.
I'm gonna look at Tyvar. Where's the other little one? And then Rosie starts crying.
In a really small voice, you guys are gonna, all of you are gonna hear the words, "Don't cry, Rosie."
Meepo?
Actually, it's going to be Daisy.
You can talk, Daisy?
Staring straight at Tyvar.
Friends!
Rosie's just gonna pet Daisy and say, I love you, Daisy. You're my best friend, Daisy.
Tyvar.
In Dwarvish, better than the sobbing.
I think the wee ones.
Still not knowing that Rosie speaks Dwarvish.
Yep. I think the wee ones lost it. Alright, kind of like walk up to Rosie and just kind of pat her on the head.
She's gonna sniffle a little bit and wipe her tears away.
As far as Tyvan's concerned, is that Rosie is actually making the voice for Daisy, and it's just gone complete batshit insane. Yep.
Interesting take.
I mean, he can't see like a mouth moving on the rock or anything from across the room.
No, it doesn't move really. It's not really animated, but there is a very small voice.
As far as he's concerned, the little one's just gone batshit insane and started, doing the whole mimicking the voice of their dolls.
Ventriloquism?
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
Right, so where are you guys going from here?
I'm just gonna be like, come on, Rosie. We gotta go. And I'm gonna start heading out. Just keep walking. And I'm gonna start leading us out of this area while we discuss where to go next.
Okay, are you guys going back the way you came?
Probably gonna go around the...
Yeah, through the secret passageways.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not...
Probably the idea that that hole was not happy for you guys.
No fucking wasn't, goddammit.
Although that healing factor of yours makes traps kind of a moot point.
I mean, to some degree.
You healed before you made it back out of the trap.
Fair enough. That's why you gotta find other traps that aren't damage based.
Oh, yeah, I already altered it for you.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Good to know. Shit, we're all gonna die. Let's move that over there.
At least Tyvar's not up front.
I made some more save based traps.
No, okay. So.
Also multiple 16.
Yes, sir.
There are, and 13s. Anywho.
Whoever was numbering this map paid a lot of attention. Yep.
Well, actually, they're all just queued to the same thing.
Yeah. Curse of Strahd has that too. Yep. It's like these are all, linen closets, or these are all, storage rooms, or so they have the same description.
Gotcha.
Yep.
At least that makes sense.
Yeah. So where do you guys want to head to next? We have a couple rooms we did not explore near the kobolds, or we can head off towards where the goblins were. We have to find these.
Both in the same direction, so.
Yeah. This is just discussion while we're heading that direction.
Whichever's closest to us now.
Okay. So we're gonna kind
I
of head towards 22.
So as you guys come into 4, and you walk into that hallway by 14,
Yeah.
you guys are going to discover Meepo. Just kind of still a little bit beat up, just kind of wandering aimlessly down the hallway.
I'm just gonna keep walking straight past him.
He's not gonna really pay any attention to you. He looks really forlorn. He's just gonna be wandering down the hallway,
healing or
kind of like he's leaving the Citadel. He looks like he's kind of heading out.
Well, Rosie's definitely going to be concerned about Meepo and say, "Where are you going, Meepo?"
Sharp pull on you.
Meepo, real quiet voice, real defeated. You know, he's still kind of beat up. Meepo banished.
Oh, that's sad.
It's for the best,
Well,
Meepo.
you're still my friend, though.
He's not really going to respond. He's just going to continue to walk out of the Citadel.
Well, maybe when we're done on our adventure, I can come out and we can be friends together outside the Citadel.
He's going to kind of look a little happier and kind of turn toward you guys, but still just wandering out.
Okay, bye, Meepo.
You just kind of hear mumbling. Meepo banished.
I'm gonna yell back. It's for the best, Meepo.
You're just going to hear crying as he continues forward.
Yeah. Okay.
And you said you guys are going to head up to 22?
Yeah, I don't think we went through there.
Okay. So as you guys start coming into this corridor past 15, give me a listen check.
that is also not a class skill.
That's also a nat 20. Plus 2.
Yeah. So you are distinctly going to hear the sounds of combat.
Weapons out.
You're going to hear a lot of screeching, a lot of the sounds of a battle going on.
Okay.
So Rosie's just going to hear a lot of commotion going on. You're not really going to understand what it is, but you're going to hear a lot of commotion.
Alright. You guys will watch diving weapons
12.
out. Start looking around.
Rosie can have her little crossbow out.
Well, if Tyvan's weapons out, then I'm gonna weapons out, even if I did hear squat. So.
I'm gonna swap to AC aura, so everyone's AC goes up by 1. And I'm gonna look at everyone and just go, shh. And as stealthily as a paladin can be, I'm gonna try to stealth up.
Holy aura, by the way.
Okay. Oh god. Move silently? This is gonna be bad. Oh god, yeah, this is gonna be bad.
What aura did you say you had on?
Plus 1 AC from me and extra 2d6 to evil creatures from him.
Oh yeah, that got upgraded, didn't it?
That's a nat 20. Again, for move silently. Plus 1. Plus 1, but
The
it's
fucking
also...
ninja paladin over here.
It's minus 8.
No, ouch.
Actually, so, nat 20 with a total of minus 7.
So Tyvan, up on his tippy toes, his weapon is out, is just gonna tiptoe toward 19. Clink, 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 clink.
I'm just kind of like, I guess I should do a hide too. Just that's a negative 1 on hide.
As you approach 19, you're going to see the hallway that was clear before, that the kobolds were patrolling, is going to be full of goblins and kobolds. They are just duking it out. and goblins kind of seem to be running periodically through that door at 24 there, where you guys had opened up the wall and removed all that rubble.
How many goblins roughly does it look like?
They're roughly, you'd say about a dozen, but they're all kind of individually fighting a bunch of kobolds.
Alright, with a shout, I'm gonna run up and smack the first goblin I see.
Alright. And with that, roll me initiative. And damage on that goblin. Well, attacking damage on it.
Okay. That's a 10 on initiative.
Nice.
And a 23 to hit the goblin.
Do you know what happened to my pencil, baby? Did we take that upstairs? You want to go grab that for me real fast? Sorry. We were hanging the curtains yesterday.
Got a 19 damage.
I took it upstairs to mark the wall. Said you got a 19?
Yeah.
21.
10, 19. And what did you get there, Tybar?
9.
And go ahead and roll me an attack and damage on that goblin.
28 to hit with 27 damage.
So you are just going to slaughter this little goblin right in front of this kobold pike. It looks like one of the ones from Yggdrasil's throne room. And you're just going to slaughter this goblin right in front of it.
I literally didn't roll... Like, I rolled a 5 and higher on every single die except for 1d6 rolled a 1.
So, quick question. On your version of the Paladin, does the Holy Aura act exactly like the 5th edition Holy Weapon enchant?
3-5. But yes.
3-5. Okay, because I'm reading the 5th edition one, I'm like, okay, well, the weapons emit glow out to 30 feet, that's neat. And then I can expend it as a burst of radiance that deals 4d8 radiant damage. But
Yeah, no, this is all
3-5, so
3-5.
I realize that I get +1 on attacks against kobolds and goblinoids. Have not been using that.
That probably would have helped in that hallway where they had the fucking cover. Because we were always off by like 1.
Yeah, that would help a lot. You guys were exactly off by 1, like 5 or 6 times.
I know, right?
So are you guys going to be joining this fight with the kobolds then, or are you just going to let them duke it out? Okay.
I'm going to join in and help.
Oh yeah, we're joining. I'm just waiting for my turn. Sorry.
All right. So that brings us top of the round with Rosie then.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to shoot.
There are 11 goblins left.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the closest one, I guess, with my crossbow.
You are shooting into melee because all of them are engaged with kobolds at this point.
-2.
4.
22 to hit.
That'll do.
-4.
Damn. Pretty good.
Hit. Okay, so I think I got confused last time we were playing the other campaign about damage. So now I need to double check myself. So with the 1d6, am I adding anything to that?
For a ranged weapon, there's specific ones, but right now, no. So you just have your d6 plus the Holy Aura, which is another 2d6 on top of it. But as far as 3-5 goes, yeah. As far as 3-5 goes, you just get the die roll. You don't get dex to damage or anything.
So if the goblins are evil and I'm adding the holy damage, that would be a 4.
4 damage.
Yeah.
You had a 2d6.
No, it's 1d6.
2d6 for holy aura. Or
Oh,
holy
add
enchantment.
2d6. Okay, so let me roll 2 here.
Yeah, so it's your weapon damage, whatever that is, so d6 I'm guessing, plus then 2
Yeah,
more
1d6.
d6 on top of it because of...
Okay, so that's 6 damage. I rolled 2s on everything. You're muted.
I keep muting it because when you talk, it comes through my mic. So you're gonna hit this goblin right in between the eyes, and as you guys have taken out these goblins, kind of one by one, the kobolds are gonna start rushing toward their buddies and start kind of overwhelming the rest of these goblins a bit. And as you guys continue to take these guys out, 3 looks to be much larger goblins come out of the hallway.
Ah, shit. Do we know what these are?
Let's see. What would that be? You think that'd be history, maybe?
Well, if it's a knowledge check, I don't got it. Yeah. I have no ability in religion, so...
Do any of you guys have history? I think history would be a
Nope.
good one for goblins. I would say they just look like larger goblins. They're kind of a dark reddish brown.
I do
color.
have knowledge local with that.
Sure. Yeah, give me a knowledge local. Because the goblins do go up top once a year.
Rosie don't know shit. She got 1.
Oh, yeah. Those look like big goblins.
Okay.
Still in initiative.
They are noticeably much larger than the goblins you have been seeing.
And there's 3 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're fairly well armored. They all seem to be wearing studded leather, and they're all carrying a light shield.
Okay. We still initiative for this?
Yep. We are still in initiative.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I need to roll initiative for those.
But they wouldn't join in until after the round. Is that correct?
2, 3. I'm going to put them into the initiative order. But so there is still 9 goblins, and now 3 larger goblins.
Okay.
So whose turn is it?
That is going to bring us to Tyven, because the other goblins didn't get shit.
I'm gonna head straight for these big ass motherfuckers.
Do I get a turn?
What'd you roll for
Yeah,
initiative?
you're right after Tyvar or Tyven.
Okay.
Josh, what'd you roll for initiative?
9.
Oh yeah, I got 10.
And I didn't roll higher than an 8 for all the other goblins.
Because I haven't had a turn yet. So
I got one surprise round with the rushing in.
Oh,
Yep.
And then
Okay.
yeah.
I was checking stuff and was paying as much attention as I could. Just checking.
So I'm gonna head up to one of the big motherfuckers, and I'm gonna hit that first one.
Okay.
Right in the side of his big fat stupid head, and 14.
So he's gonna raise his shield and kind of deflect it and just smile at you.
Back to Tyvar. That's one big bitch.
And that brings us to Tyvar.
Helps if I unmute. Okay, so I want to try some shenanigans here, and I want to know if this works. First, are these goblins evil? Do
Yes.
my detect evil goggles... Perfect. For the purpose... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, and I want to know if this works. I want to consider all goblins that are evil an ally for the purpose of my aura. Because on a holy weapon enchant, if they're evil, they take a negative level for attempting to wield the weapon. So I want to consider them for the purpose of the aura an ally, so they take the negative levels, and it burns to hold their weapons. This seems a bit overpowered, but technically it should work.
So you want to consider the people attacking you to be an ally?
For the purpose of my aura. Because they're evil, if I give them a holy weapon enchant, they take negative levels for holding their weapons.
Even I would say that's a little bit...
Yeah, I don't know if you can consider someone attacking you an ally. I think that might be stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, but I was reading all the rules.
Really, really cool. But,
okay.
But they are very obviously aggressive towards you.
It was worth a shot. But I did see that, and I didn't see anything in the wording of the Paladin printout or the aura or the holy weapon. I'm like,
so my issue.
I thought about it.
My logic here is you can clearly detect that they are evil. As a paladin, you would not consider evil your ally in any sense.
That's why I said for the purpose of my aura.
Yeah.
But okay. That is really cool, though. I like the thought process.
I thought about that when I made it, and I was just like, I know that's going to come up. I'm not going to do it, but I know Josh is going to.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
That's funny.
I can't do a full attack round this round because I have to move up. So I'm going to move up to 1, and
Are you all moving up to these larger goblins?
I did.
Oh yeah, priority 1.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
That'll do.
I don't have to roll to confirm, do I?
You do in 3-5.
Oh yeah.
In 3-5, but okay.
Yeah.
I've been really getting confused with switching between 5e.
I know, that's why going forward, I think these games, let's go to 5e.
I'm planning on it. Yeah. When I run the next section of this, I'm planning on doing the 5e. Well, for one,
Okay,
I don't have the
then...
3.5 version.
Yeah.
That's an adjusted 20 to confirm?
That confirms.
Okay. So that's 2d6 holy plus a d6. Yep.
Plus 3d6 smite.
Yeah, that's what I'm forgetting. 3d6 smite. Wait.
6d6.
2d6 holy weapon damage plus 3d6 smite. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Right, and in 5th edition, we just roll double the dice, and in 3.5, we deal with the total.
No, in 3.5 you double the weapon die.
The weapon die?
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially add another d6 to your roll, and I think you double the strength and all that too.
Okay. 15, 20...
This is gonna hurt for this fucker.
25...
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Before doing any, that's like 32 damage?
God damn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 29. Yeah, 32 points damage.
So you are just gonna crunch the chest in on this goblin before he ever even is able to raise his shield. And as this happens, the one that deflected Tybin's attack, the smile is very clearly going to dissolve from his face. And the third one is going to yell in Goblin behind him. Do any of you understand Goblin?
Nope.
Do not believe so. Common and Dwarven.
Yeah, I can understand Goblin.
So Rosie is going to understand that he just called for reinforcements.
I'm gonna look over to the one that I'm in front of. You see that? And point to the the crunched in chest, like, you're next.
Rosie's gonna yell, "Look sharp, more are coming."
Ah, those poor motherfuckers.
And with that, we are going to come to these two goblins that are left.
Oh, man.
And they're each going to whip out a couple of longswords. And that is going to be a 21 and a 23 to hit. One on Tyven and one on Tyvar.
Yep. That's me.
That is, what is that?
If it hits me, it probably hits that motherfucker, because he ain't got the AC like I do.
Oh yeah. I only have an 18 AC. So.
With my plus one aura?
19 with your aura.
I had 20.
So that's
We're doing...
be, 6 damage on Tyven and 5 damage on Tyven.
6 damage.
And that's going to bring us top of the round with Rosie.
And we're doing meet or beat, I think. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, I think Rosie's gonna just... How many goblins are left? Like the little ones?
There's 9 goblins, but they're kind of in their own little battle right now. You're kind of more focused on these hobgoblins. They're all duking it out with kobolds. The kobolds seem to have the advantage because you guys sent a couple extra reinforcements over there.
Okay, I guess maybe I'll just target one of the big goblins then. Am I shooting into melee?
Yep.
You are.
Do not think this is terrific.
This is where Grem would shine.
Yep, there's feats for that.
Yeah, that's like an 8 hit.
What'd you get?
An 8?
That is not going to do it. Arrow's just going to whiz by these goblins.
Okay. Oh, who's next?
And that brings us to Tyven.
Alright. I'm just gonna dead in the eyes look at this motherfucker. Bring my hammer up and shout out for Moradin. Ooh, that's a 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 19, 25, and 30 points damage.
So again, you're gonna crunch one of these goblins in, and as this one falls, you see 5 more larger goblins running up from behind.
Okay. Look at Tyvar. You ready for this?
And as they start running toward you, they break out into what is clearly kind of a strategic formation with their shields up as they are coming at you.
Damn it, why don't we have someone bigger than us? Toss me! Oh. Alright. Oh. Let's see.
Poor fools are trying to be serious.
And that brings us to Tyvar.
All right. I have to move up to get to these guys. Yeah.
We still have one more.
They There's still one more right in front of you, and then there's 5 about 15 feet back, kind of marching towards you in
so I can do a full attack action on that guy.
Oh God.
Shit. I'm assuming a 17. Oh, does a 17 hit?
It does not.
Ooh.
Okay, then the 11 definitely won't either.
Damn. Okay.
That's me.
And Rosie, don't forget about your sneak attack damage.
Which does affect while they are distracted by Tyvar.
You have to be within 30 feet if I remember correctly. But yeah, don't forget about that.
She stays pretty close to you from at least from what you guys have done the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't move up with them, so
I think
don't
we're
know if I'm at 30 feet.
I think it's still within 5, 10, 15. Yeah. It's still within 30 feet. Because they're like right there at the entrance to 24, and so you're like within 10, 15 feet of us. So yeah, so don't forget your sneak attack, because that'll put you on the damage like we're doing.
Yeah. Although that one to the goblin did pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these fucking hobgoblins trying to phalanx formation us. Bunch of bastards.
How do you know they're hobgoblins?
Because you said they're hobgoblins.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. They're just large goblins, guys.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
See, it's always fun throwing in hobgoblins because then you can do actual military formations for goblins.
Yep. And that's one of the very first things it says. These creatures have a strong grasp of strategy and tactics, and are capable of carrying out sophisticated battle.
Yep. That's why I ran a bunch of goblins against Josh and our old DM and stuff like that, and they're like in Roman-style battle formations and stuff like that.
And that's why the rest of the goblins are very. I kind of have a little secret fight going on over here because you guys are distracted. But the regular goblins are just scattered, doing what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Where these hobgoblins are very much more.
This could be interesting.
More.
With the sneak attack, do I still have to do the -4 for shooting in?
Yes.
You guys are here at the entrance, kind of at the entrance to 24.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to give me a spot and listen check?
That's a nat 20 on spot and an 8 on listen.
15 and 13.
All right.
$11 and 19. 19 on the listen.
So all of you are going to see off to your left. Yggdrasil is going to come out of her throne room, and she is just going to be flinging spells, shooting Ray of Frost, grabbing goblins as they burst into electricity. She's just going to be slowly kind of making her way to you guys as she is just annihilating goblins.
Interesting. Somewhat terrifying, but interesting.
So she's still a ways down the room. She's slowly making her way to you as she's helping out her kobolds. But
yeah, the fact that she's a spellcaster.
And you took your turn, Tyvar?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is going to bring us to this one hobgoblin in front of you, which is going to attack Titan. And as he does, he is going to swing at you with all the mighty force of God himself and miss.
Just over the top of the head. I look at him. Aye, down here.
Yeah, he rolled an @1.
Good.
And the rest of these guys are just going to slowly, well, not slowly at this point. They are just going to charge forward, and they are going to attack you as well. I'm pretty confident a 12 is not going to hit you.
So.
Pretty confident a nat 1 is not going to hit you. Another nat 1 is not going to hit you. So all 5 of them are going to rush up into combat and do nothing. I did not roll higher than a 6.
So are they like surrounding us? Because that's a small hallway.
Yeah, they're kind of surrounding. They're still in kind of family formation. They're kind of blocking off the hallway and kind of forming kind of like a half circle around the 3 of them.
Okay.
And the one that is that was in front of you, he's going to kind of mold into that formation. So there's just kind of a half circle of hobgoblins around the entrance.
So we have a total of 6 of these fuckers around us.
Yes, and they all just have their shields up and are around you. And the 5 just charged in, but like I said, they all swung at you and they all missed.
Good. These motherfuckers.
Poor bastards. They have us surrounded.
3 nat 1s in a row and nothing above a 6. So.
Did you hear Josh?
Huh.
Say it again.
Aye, the poor bastards. They have us surrounded.
Yeah. I love it. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
And with that brings us top of the round with Rosie, and I am going to do my stuff for the other goblets here.
So am I still within 30 feet of these other dudes?
Yes.
Okay.
They are right in front, just a half circle right in front of Tyvar and Titan.
I'm actually going to hit this. 23.
That'll do it.
And these get the holy damage too?
Yes.
So it's 2 d6s for holy damage.
Yep.
And then my sneak attack, which is 3.
Plus whatever your weapon is.
My weapon is also a d6. I need one more d6. Hey baby, do you have one?
You need a d6? No, you're not.
Fuck him up. I believe in you, Rosie.
Um, $26 damage.
Yes.
Jeez. So you're just gonna sink an arrow right in between the eyes of one of these hobgoblins. It's just gonna crumple to the ground.
Nice.
And these hobgoblins, because you guys have all one-shot these guys so far, you haven't even had to do multiple hits. So they are not stupid. They're gonna obviously look kind of startled between them, and they're gonna slowly start to retreat down the hallway.
Well, on their turn?
Well, you just see them kind of start to kind of get prepared to back up.
No. Where do you think you're going? Am I go?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that and just crunch right into one of them. That is a 26 to hit.
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I keep forgetting to add my strength.
Yeah, that's an important part, Dad.
15, 21, 22, and 22, 23, 24 points damage.
That'll do. So you're just gonna crunch another one of these bad boys.
I'm looking at the rest of them. Where do you think you're going?
And that brings us to Tyvar.
And
in
they're
response to you talking to them, they're just going to kind of look amongst themselves.
charging.
You're right there.
Wait, they're not still next to me, right? You said they were retreating?
So you kind of notice them kind of recoil a little bit. They haven't moved. It's not their turn. But you're going to notice them kind of they're not as forceful, not as up in your face as they were when they first came in.
So I can hit 2 of them then. Good.
Oh, yes.
Well, maybe.
Oh.
That's 18 to one, and 12 to the other.
So the first one will hit.
Okay.
The second one won't.
Well, out of the 6, we've dropped 3 of them, hopefully.
Yeah, I think I
19
underestimated
points damage.
the power of your paladins here.
Yeah. How much did you do?
19 points.
Oh.
So that's gonna do it by 1 point.
Oof. Rolled a couple of 1s and a couple of 2s.
Yeah, so I think I need to update some stats here for your next combat.
Yeah, as far as like going against evil creatures, the paladins will have a lot to say about that. Going against non-evil creatures, not so much.
For
Yeah,
Rosie's
so-
sneak attack, I can do that because I'm sneaking. Is that correct? It's like when they don't have their dex bonus. 'Cause I can't always do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're if they're considered flanked, then they don't get their dex bonus against you.
Yep. So that's going to bring us to the last 3 hobgoblins, and they are going to disengage, and they are just going to they're just going to start, in goblin. Rosie will understand, the rest of you won't. They're just going to retreat, and they're just going to disengage and start hauling ass back down the hall.
Rosie's gonna yell back in Goblin, "Yeah, you run!"
Where the fuck you think you're going?
I'm a little unsure if Citadel is gonna be upset with us.
You guys are gonna... And as you guys look around the room, you're going to notice that the Kobolds and Yggdrasil have really just cleared out the rest of these goblins.
Okay.
Yggdrasil being kind of a force to be reckoned with out there.
I'm gonna look over at Tyvar. Should we go after him?
Oi!
Just start heading down the hall. Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah.
So are you guys just going to start heading down to the 39?
Well, as soon as they start actually retreating, so I don't know how this is going to work mechanically, but as soon as they start heading down the hall, I'm charging after them.
Okay.
Like doing a charging attack action.
Okay,
They're gonna.
They are fully running. They are max speed hauling ass.
So in other words,
Hey.
they go 60 feet. You can only go 40 feet.
Well, run after them then.
Yeah, because they're gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, they're gonna get around the corner, so we can't even pull out bows and shoot them, can we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just start taking off after them.
So I'm gonna swap over to to my healing aura while we're running after them.
Okay.
So I have like 5 points damage to heal. So might as well start healing that up until we catch up to them.
Okay. Yeah. Take that off.
Well, Rosie will try to run after you guys, but she's only got a speed of 20, so she's like,
Oh, we all do. No, we all got speed of 20. Yeah, we're all just Actually, these things are just gone.
Trying to find a picture of this guy real quick. It doesn't really give me a good one here. So you guys are just heading up to 39 there?
Yeah. Make our way that
so
way.
up to the hallway you guys kind of went into where you found Chalthrix. So
Yeah.
it appears to be empty.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the door at 40. Is it closed?
It is.
I'm gonna listen at the door. 16?
So you think you hear some scuffling.
I'm going to the rest. Just kind of point to the door. Weapons out. I'm just gonna.
I need a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Was I able to, in my little sprint, also collect my, like, what, three or, I think it was 3 crossbow shot.
Yeah, we'll say that you found him. That you picked him up on your way through. Picked him up from the bodies of the hobgoblins.
I think I had to get one out of the wall, too. Oh, wait, it might have been 4. No, it was 3. But one was in the wall.
You had one in a goblin, one in a hobgoblin, 2 in the wall. So 4. I think you, or maybe it was 2 in the 2 hobgoblins, a goblin, and 1 in the wall, something like that. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was 4.
I think you did.
We got the fury of the small group here.
So, based off of what you guys are doing, I'm going to whip out one of these fun little things I whipped up, just in case you guys got a little strong.
Retro Raggy.
See here.
Yeah.
That's too big. We're not going to do that one. I'll see how you guys do it.
Yeah. I knew when designing this that it would be powerful against evil, but like if we were to fight like beasts out in the wild,
And I did factor that in. There is a lot of evil in this campaign due to the goblins, but there is some
non-evil, like the
morally
kobolds.
gray area.
Yeah. Yeah. And
like Mary, for example.
Yeah, and like I'll be having to tweak it a little bit more. Like that, the holy aura thing. I'm gonna have to change that one.
Oh, that's right. I'm enjoying playing with it, and honestly, because you guys have a bit of homebrew, I am having to homebrew the shit out of some of these encounters, but
Yeah.
Which is a little bit more work than the book gives you, but I don't know. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
Especially when I get to whip out these fun little things I whipped up for you.
Yeah. I want to bring back out now my treant that I made.
The big one that I have is called a Twig Lord.
Okay.
I don't think you guys are quite. That's CR 14. I don't think you guys are quite there.
I was gonna say that the treant that you guys fought was a CR 15.
Oh really? I thought that was a 14 too for some reason.
The 14 or 50 or something like that. It was a little bit fuzzy on the health die to add for CRs, but yeah. No, I want to eventually remake that one because, and for 5th edition, because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I so much enjoyed that campaign. I really enjoyed where it was going. I really enjoyed what we were doing. I wish I had presented better. That is my one regret out of that. I mean, I got a couple, but my biggest regret out of that is I didn't present for shit.
Yeah.
And in every campaign from here on out, DMing I think is helping a bit. But every campaign for him here on out, I really like Critical Role, for example. Matt Mercer, amazing DM, but he also has amazing players. They really fucking bring it to the table, you know, and they really are quick thinking, and they have a lot of engagement and a lot of inner role play with the party, and I really enjoy that, and I'm really trying to bring it more.
Good. I appreciate that. It's awesome. That's what I want. I want to be able to have those fun little moments, you know.
Yeah.
And I will say that no matter how things ended, that coin game had some of my favorite D&D moments.
It had some fun ones. I mean, like we did some really really cool stuff. Fucking that thing with fucking. Sorry, I apologize. I forget the character's name, but his deity and exploding and fucking taking away his powers and shit. That was dope.
I really wish I had been recording that because
Yeah.
the private session I did with Josh for that was so fucking good. Like the look on his face was the most priceless thing I've ever seen.
Hearing about it was great. I really wish the group could have been more a part of that.
Yeah.
Like we all witnessed it or something. The fucking cube of death.
Oh my god.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Your cube of death made my character. Your cube of death gave my character an existential crisis. I am letting you know that.
See, and that right there was just quality roleplay. You know, he's over there sitting like, what are these psychopaths doing? And Taryn's character is just sitting with her hand on it, like ha ha ha, and the druids are just like, all right, you screwed with the wrong people. I don't know, there was some really quality moments in that.
Yeah.
Convincing a dire bear he wasn't big enough to take on bugs. I mean, it was just so much quality.
Yeah.
Man.
That one. Fucking. With. What was it? The old lady. You guys found out that she had Nightshade or whatever it was. Or
Yeah.
or Black Lotus or something like that. You guys are sitting there going. Like the look on Josh's face was like, "What the fuck is this old bitch doing?"
And Heather was just. I mean, she was just like, all right, there's something up with this. Like. It was just, I don't know, there was so much to it that I wish I'd presented better. And like with Grail, for example, that the fact that he was susceptible to animal handling, I feel like that could have been utilized so well if I'd presented that better by the rest of the group.
Yeah.
You know, because when he gets out of hand, he literally has right there in the flaw a way to handle that.
Yeah. Sit. Good boy.
Yeah, see, exactly. And so there was just so much that was cool about that story, and so much we could have done with it if I feel like I just would have been a better.
If you get to do Rail again, we're gonna homebrew that flaw into him.
I was planning on, and in fact, I was planning on discussing it with you. Like, hey, there has to be some way you'll let me take this, because that was so much a part of his character. I think I literally kind of built the character around a flaw, which I feel like is
entertaining.
not commonly done. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, I keep getting so distracted. All right.
Well, all people are here now. Sorry.
So are you guys heading into number 40 there?
I'm going to slowly open the door and just look inside. Like, not open all the way, I am going to peek the door.
As you start to slowly open the door, you're going to hear this big booming big booming voice. Just get in here, you coward!
Shunk. I would, like, shut the door and be like, did you hear what this fucker called us?
The nerve! The nerve!
And as you shut the door, it's just gonna open in front of you, and there's just gonna be this terrified goblin. Open it as he then turns around and runs back toward his group.
Shut the door.
You just gonna shut it again?
Just shut the door again.
Alright.
I'm gonna look back to time and be like, we should make him wait.
So you're just gonna wait?
I have no idea what you're doing.
So, okay, part of that is webcam
Yeah, I
shenanigans,
know.
but I point at you, point at the left side of the door, and I point at myself on the right side of the door, and then I move facing towards the doorway, weapons ready.
Okay. Pause 1 sec. I apologize. I
Okay.
have to let myself yell.
You're good.
Can you go potty, baby girl? Can you go potty?
No, I was just totally just make this fucker wait for us. Let's go explore the rest of the dungeon. And then come back.
Wait.
She's been real politely just waiting at the door for like 20 minutes now, and I feel like that.
Oh.
Which way does this door swing?
Inwards, toward the room.
Dang it. Alright.
Hold up. Hold up. Rosie, can you lock this door?
I mean, would it be like the opposite of just doing the
So as you
open
guys
lock?
are sitting here, and you guys are dinking around, all of a sudden, about 5 or 6 javelins just puncture this wooden door.
Getting feisty, I see.
I'm gonna tell Rosie to lock the door.
I'm gonna hold the door shut and take out a hammer and start pounding the javelins in place like a nail so they can't retrieve them.
That's fucking okay. That's smart. Oh shit.
That is pimp as hell, dude.
Well, if I use my open lock to actually lock, that would be a like 31.
Oh, goddamn. So you're just gonna lock this door?
No javelins for them.
You're gonna noticeably see them try to pull out the javelins. They're not going anywhere.
They hear two dwarves on the other side just laughing and laughing. Now, should we check the rest of this place?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna walk away.
Alright. Where are you guys heading?
And I'll yell, you will wait for your doom!
And you're just gonna hear a loud, kind of big belly chuckle coming from inside the room.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go over to 38 since we skipped that room. He had to call us cowards. He had to fucking call us cowards.
Let me do a search check on 38.
Okay.
15.
Let's see here. Looks clear.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go like you were getting ready to say looks clear before I even told you the number.
Actually, I was getting ready to say something else, but
Okay. So I'm gonna open the door. I'm
so
gonna.
as you open the door, you see it's just kind of a fairly empty room, kind of like the rest of the Citadel has been. A lot of crumbling parts, a lot of debris, very clearly goblin activity and stuff, and another wooden door straight across from this.
Okay. I'm gonna constantly be looking back just to kind of keep an eye on our rear, just in case they break down the door or something.
For the most part, you just see a bunch of debris, a bunch of barrels and crates and goblin junk scattered around.
Okay. Move up to the next door. Wait for Rosie. Just kind of keep an eye on behind us, just in case.
29 for a search check.
Looks clear.
I'm gonna walk up, open this one.
Again, just kind of an empty room, bunch of barrels, kind of decrepit barrels, like breaking, has like rotten jerky and junk like that in it, and a door off to your left.
Okay. Gonna kind of walk with Rosie.
13 for a search check.
Looks clear.
Okay. Open this one up.
And you guys are just going to see a long hallway. There's going to be a door, kind of kitty corner, up to your left on the other side of the hallway, and then another door down the hallway, down to your left. And it's just going to kind of be sort of an empty corridor. A lot of dust, a lot of debris.
Okay.
Why don't y'all give me a spot check?
Ooh,
That's not a class skill.
14.
I'll roll the dwarven dice this time, since that's not a class skill.
Dwarven dice.
24.
Never mind.
So Rosie is going to notice a small trapdoor in front of the door on the far end of the hallway there. Kind of like a pressure plate trapdoor kind of thing right in front of the door.
Oh, okay.
Can I disable it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, she does that. I'm gonna go open up the other door. Up towards 36.
18 for disable device.
Sorry, what was that?
18 for disable device.
Not quite going to do it.
Well, be careful of this trap door.
And while she's doing that, I'm just gonna open the door to 36 and take a look inside.
I'm assuming by this time everyone's at full health from the healing aura.
Yeah.
Okay, I lost him.
So as you open the door, it's going to be similar to the room you guys came in after the caltrop room. Bunch of dummies all over the place, javelins everywhere, kind of a cooking pot. Looks like kind of a barracks area for goblins and stuff. Now empty. You assume that they might have run off to the battle with the koalas.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll go back to everyone. Nothing exciting. Now where?
Looks like there's some doors in 39 that go, like, north on the map.
Alright, we didn't check them. So, head on back.
Where didn't you check?
The
In 39?
directly above 39. And
I don't know why.
Say that again. You're
Your audio
muted.
cut out.
Heather's mic keeps cutting in and out. Like I'm not hearing what the hell she's saying.
Oh.
So, above 39, it shows there's two doors next to 37 and, like, between 37 and 40.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll make our way there. Gonna full explore this place before we deal with whoever the fuck is in 40.
So you guys are just gonna go for those doors?
Yeah.
Both of them appear to be locked.
Well, let me try to unlock one. And if I don't succeed on that one, maybe I'll try to unlock the other. That's a 16 on the closest one.
You're not gonna unlock that one.
I think I'm going to be able to unlock the next one. Because that is a 33.
That one you do unlock.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the door. Look inside.
So there's just going to be a bunch of debris, kind of similar to the hallway you guys unloaded to get into this area, just blocking that little section. You can kind of see little gaps through it, and there appears to be a hallway behind it, but there's a whole bunch of debris and rock.
Well.
Similar to the area you came in through 36.
Yeah. Shall we deal with this bastard?
Aye.
I'm gonna walk up to the 40 door and I'm just gonna kind of test the knob. Is it still locked?
Yep.
Isn't there some sort of hallway in there, or no?
There was.
Oh, there was debris. You said. I didn't.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
there was
your
debris.
mic is cutting in and out real bad, baby. I don't know what's going on.
I just was turning it off. I turned it off too soon.
Could you not?
But yeah, he said that there's debris there, so that hallway is blocked off. So yeah, Rosie, you want to unlock the door?
It'd be funny if I rolled so high to lock it, and now I won't be able to unlock it.
Right.
25 to open.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, so I'm gonna get to one side. Tyvar, get to the other side.
Weapons out.
Around this stupid thing.
Swapping to Holy Aura.
Okay. Yep, I still got the AC aura on. Weapons out. Rosie behind me. Tyvar on the opposite side. And we're just gonna open the door.
As you guys enter the door, enter the room.
We're not going in. We're just opening it and looking in real quick.
Okay. As you look into the room, you're just going to see a big area. Looks kind of like a cathedral, almost. Or at least it used to be a cathedral. There's going to be a big throne up on the... over to the right. There seems to be a big circular area with another door attached to it. The throne is going to be on that wall to right next to it. And on the throne is going to be a rather large goblinoid creature sitting there with his feet up and drinking a big mug of ale. And I can't find a picture of him online, so you're going to get something similar to this, but...
Oh. Fuck. It's a big bitch.
There's going to be 2 hobgoblins on each side of the throne room, and a bunch of just regular goblins, about 12 of them scattered throughout the rest of the room. And he's gonna... About time you get in here. I hear you adventurers have been causing trouble.
I'm
You
just
could
gonna...
say that.
Fucking goblins. Ugh. So, how many goblins, like normal goblins, are we looking at?
12. There is a bunch of other goblins. So there's 12 goblins in there. Not all of them seem to be combatants. There's about 6 that looks like they have weapons. The rest seem to be kind of sickly or young. And then there's the 4 hobgoblins on the side. And then a big hobgoblin, the picture I showed you, behind a rather large throne. And why don't y'all give me a spot check?
And I'll say, and what are you? The jackalope of goblins?
Sorry, what was that?
16.
16.
That's an 8.
8?
What are we rolling? Sorry?
Spot.
Spot check.
Oh. 8.
So Rosie is gonna kind of notice some shadows moving on the wall behind the throne. And with your comment to the big guy, he's going to go, I am Dern, ruler of this kingdom, and you are trespassing.
Ah. So you have the powers of observation, do ya?
And he's gonna stand up, and he's gonna grab a rather large looking two-handed axe from next to the throne, and he's gonna step down and heft it over his shoulder. And I'm gonna show you what other powers I have too.
Is that a threat or a promise?
And with that promise, we're gonna roll initiative.
Yes!
There's something that I was going to do that probably would have been really dumb. I was going to challenge him to one-on-one combat.
Really?
I kind of still want to.
Oh, you fucking better not. Tyvar
if you want.
wants a piece of this action.
Oh, that's a 10 initiative.
With tens.
7.
You say 7?
Yeah, 7.
I don't know why, but your mic is cutting out real bad.
Okay, I'm leaving it on right now.
You know,
Fine for me.
Might be mine picking up your shit.
You just muted yourself.
Well, because I have to mute it or I can't fucking hear you.
Just, yeah, weird.
What did you get, Tybar?
12.
12.
I'm gonna point my Morningstar at the big motherfucker. You and me.
Well, that's rude.
You can get the wee ones.
Dern's just gonna kind of jostle his axe and you challenge a king in his kingdom.
I challenge a goblin. And just spit on the floor.
And then he's just gonna kind of look behind him and he's going, then why don't you challenge my champion? And he's gonna gesture behind the throne. And as he does, you're just gonna see this big shambling. It kind of looks like the twig blight, except much larger. And it's very, very tall, almost brushing the ceiling of this citadel.
I'm gonna look to him.
Not monstrous, but very, very big.
I'm gonna look to him. What, you afraid to fight me yourself?
He's just gonna. Fear has nothing to do with it. At least not for me.
I call bullshit.
Call dibs. Which one you want?
I'll look back between the two. I'll take the big one.
And he's gonna gesture to it, and it's this big shambling twig, evil twig thing, and he's gonna, as it walks towards you, he's a gift from Balak himself.
Balak. We already heard that name, right?
You have not inquired. You have heard about it many times. You've heard about it 4 times, in fact, according to my notes.
Wasn't that the dragon priest?
It was not. You guys have heard the name. You have inquired none of it.
I thought we did knowledge religion once already on it, like at the beginning.
So this is the 4th time you've heard the name Balak. You guys have asked no questions about it whatsoever. Rosie heard about it from Yggdrasil. Meepo mentioned it, and so did Erky.
I thought we did a knowledge religion and like got nat ones or some shit like that on knowledge religion at the beginning for Balak.
Well, Balak doesn't have anything to do with religion.
Really? Oh, okay.
So.
Huh. Who the fuck is Balak?
He's just gonna laugh, and this creature is gonna come toward you.
Huh? Oh.
And I need to roll initiative for the twig horror.
I need to do. Where's my other spell list at? Paladin. Oh shit! I forgot to.
All right, and that brings us top of the round with Durin, actually. So what order are you guys in this room as? Are you and Tyvar, Tyvin and Tyvar just standing next to each other, or are you still outside the room, or have you come in yet?
Oh, we've well, in my imagination, we've walked in the room. We're standing maybe 10 feet in the door, and we're just side by side, just taunting the crap out of Durin and his little pet tree.
The 6 goblins with swords and stuff are going to kind of crowd in a corner around the other goblins, the kind of sickly looking ones. Almost kind of a haphazard ring. They're not organized. They're just kind of trying to get them out of the way. The 4 hobgoblins, Durin, and the twig horror that came from around the throne are going to converge on you guys, and Durin is going to run up to Tybar here and swing with his mighty axe.
This might hurt.
Motherfucker! And he's going to get another nat 1.
Is he gonna be rolling fumble dice?
Apparently, because I have rolled so many nat 1s this session, it is not.
So a suggestion on fumble dice. One thing that I like to do is I like to, in my games, augment that rule and say that if you roll a nat 1, you have a 35% chance or 30% chance to roll the fumble dice.
Okay.
So that 70% of the time, a 1 is just a whiff. But if you roll a 1, there's then a 30% chance of extra shit happening.
So do you just like roll like the percentage dice, or?
Yep, so like if a player rolls a 1, we'll just have them call their 30% bracket, and then if the D100, then if the percentiles roll inside that bracket, then they roll they roll a D6, or I roll a D6, or roll whichever fumble chart is your preferred, and go from there.
Fair enough. So I would just say like 30% and see if I get within that.
Yeah. So from 1 to 30, or 1 to 31, would be a fumble chart. Or yeah, it'd be 1 to 30. My bad. And then 31 to 100 would be a whiff is a whiff.
Well, he misses then.
Okay.
So he's just gonna swing air with this big axe, and that will bring us to Tyler.
All right. So I have a 21 to hit and a 21 to hit.
Let me see, what does Durin have here? You did a lot of shit down.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight for you.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, so both of those are going to hit.
Okay. In fact, since I'm rolling, yeah, we'll do this, I think.
Okay.
6.
Let me double check. This spell does copy.
And you said both hit?
Yes. AC's only 20.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that'll last for... Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9. 5.
That sucks.
40 points damage.
40 points damage, hot diggity.
Yay for 12d6 plus 6.
Alright, and with that we go to the Twigor. always chaotic evil.
That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
So he's going to launch a full attack option. An ability called Thorn Volley.
Is he moving also?
He is not. He has a range of 60 feet with him. Does a 23 hit?
To who?
To you.
Yep.
You are the one that challenged this. Well, challenged Dern.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do is he's going to this twig blight is going to kind of flex, and a bunch of thorns.
Oh. He froze. There we go.
We're back now?
Yep.
I can't hear you, Devin. Did all my
Da,
shit
da,
get
da,
cut
da,
out?
da, 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 da. Can you hear me? Have him leave the call and join
I can't
again.
hear anybody all of a sudden.
He says you could leave the call and join again.
Ball sack. How's that? Are we active again?
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yep. So this thorn blight, or this twig horde is going to kind of flex, and a bunch of thorns are going to shoot out from it at you.
Okay.
Or let's see, what is it?
What was the battle boss again?
For 12 damage. And
Okay.
and I need to give me a Constitution. Wait, no, you guys have the immunity to poison.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Now, as he does this, all these thorns shoot out at you, and you can see all of the thorns regrow after he shoots you.
Ow.
And that brings us to Titan.
Alright, so I am going to do two things. Well, three things actually. Because of the battle blessing feat, I can do my spells as swift actions. So first, I'm going to cast Divine Protection, swift action. For the next 3 minutes, everyone, all my allies, so all three of you and myself, or all two of you and myself, sorry, I can do math. You gain a +1 to your AC and saving throws. Then I am going to use, instead of swift action, move it up to a movement action, cast Silverbeard on myself. So again, my beard turned straight, silver to like armor itself, and I gain another +2 to my AC, bringing me up to a 23 AC now, myself. And the dude with the axe, since he's the one right here, I'm gonna fucking beat him in the face.
Let's do it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Fuck, okay. That sucks. Well, I dropped most of my spells to protect everyone.
And with that brings us to the 4 hobgoblins. They're all going to lift shields, and they're going to move forward and kind of surround Rosie and
My bad.
Tybar.
He's a goblinoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 20 hit?
20 matches, yes.
Okay, so something to keep in mind, Josh. We have
Yeah.
+1 to hit against orcs and goblinoids.
Wait,
So,
what?
yeah, from our racials.
Oh, is it?
He's a hobgoblin.
Yeah, we have +4 AC against any giant types also. So I don't know. I don't think that Twig's a giant type.
No.
Okay, so let me roll damage here real quick. I forgot about that.
I'm not seeing that written down on my sheet anywhere. Huh. I didn't even bother writing that down, apparently.
Dwarf 3.5.
Good to know.
Let me double check here. +2 saving throws against poison. +2 saving throws against spell-like abilities. +1 racial bonus on attack rolls against orcs, including half-orcs, and goblinoids, including goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears. +4 dodge bonus to armor class against creatures of the giant type, such as ogres, trolls, and hill giants.
Nice.
So, yeah, keep that in mind since we're fighting goblins right now.
Okay, good to know.
6.
Good to know. Alright.
11.
That's right, I need to be using these.
17.
Haha!
18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, he loves you.
21, 27. 29 points of damage.
Oh, excuse me. The mic wasn't muted then. My bad.
You're good.
So Durin is looking a little worse for wear here.
I'm gonna look to him. Fuck you and your sack of kindling.
And with that, the 4 hobgoblins are going to raise their shields, and they're going to go over and kind of surround Rosie and Tyvar a little bit, and swing.
Keep in mind, you guys are getting a +2 to your AC from me.
So 2 are going to swing at Tyvar, and 2 are going to swing at Rosie.
You're muted, Josh.
Because of all of Tyvin's stuff, keep in mind that my AC is now 20.
Well, I just rolled a nat 20 on one.
Okay.
And a Justin 20 on another.
Oof.
A 19 and a 7.
50%. Alright.
So we're going to send the 20 after Tyvar, the 7 after Rosie, the 19 after Rosie, and the adjusted 20.
19.
What's your total AC right now, Rosie?
9.
Okay. So you're a base 17 then? Okay.
There we go. Do those so those 20s hit you?
20s meet my AC.
Okay. So you are going to take 14 damage, and Rosie is going to take 8.
Okay.
And that brings us to Rosie.
Okay. Are these guys technically being flanked?
I would say you're being flanked at this point.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason they got so high.
Yeah. +2. All that jazz.
They wouldn't. I don't think they would have. I wouldn't even have been able to touch Tyvar without that +2. So
There's 4 of them, and they're like completely surrounding us.
there's 4 of them. They're not completely surrounding. They're again kind of in like a half circle around you. With Durin a little bit off to your right, fighting Tyvar or Tyvin, and the Twig Horror about 40 feet back.
So even if I backed up, I would still be shooting into melee, right?
Yes, and you would get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so
You could shoot at the twig horror in the back if you wanted to.
I think I'll just stay where I am and shoot at, I guess, whichever one is closest. And I'm not gonna hit. Because that is a 7 hit.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna do it. Your crossbow bolt is just gonna bounce off one of their shields. And that brings us top of the round with Dern. Let's see if he can do not shitty this time. That would be great. Bring up the stats on this
Fucking
thing real quick.
living artillery sitting in the back.
The Twin Horror is pretty cool. Not quite the Twig Lord, but he is pretty cool. And that is going to be a 20 to hit. Adjusted 20. On you.
No, does not hit.
Okay. So Dern is just gonna scrape at your armor with this big axe.
You hit like me grandmother. Actually, I take that back. She hits harder. Kind of like rub my head a little bit.
And with that, Dern is just gonna cuss, and he's gonna scream real loud. Daniel! I need your help! And the circular room in the back with the door on it is gonna open up, and this tiny robed goblin is gonna pop out. Robed female goblin is gonna pop out.
What, you ain't man enough to fight us on your own?
He's just gonna sneer at you.
He wasn't fighting us by himself to begin with.
That is very true. You can't expect a goblin to be honorable. You shit me?
Yeah, fair enough.
And Grendel is going to cast Healing Word on Dern here. Let's see what the fuck happens. Oh, that's not helpful. That ain't gonna do nothing. So Dern heals for 2 life.
Yeah.
60 he has lost.
Good.
So that's not as helpful as planning. All right, and that brings us to Timar.
Rosie, shoot the caster. And with my battle blessing, I'm going to defensively cast bull strength on myself. And then what's surrounding us specifically? Are these bugbears?
So around you is hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Oh, just hobgoblins. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have 4 hobgoblins around you, and then Dern and the Twig Horror are focused on Titan.
On the tank, yeah.
I'm still gonna look to you and be like, kill the pansy. Point to Dern.
And then Grendel, the tiny one, is just back in the door, back there.
And then I'm going to can I still technically double swing?
If you don't move, yeah.
No.
Oh, well, you did just cast a spell, no?
As a swift action. Yes, you can still full attack if you do a swift action.
Okay.
Yeah. So defensively cast it as a swift action. So then I'm going to do swing 1 on Bugbear 1, swing 2 on Bugbear 2.
Okay, well, you missed both bugbears because they're not there.
I thought I was being surrounded by 4 of them.
Hobgoblins.
Oh, shit. Alright. Yeah. Fair enough.
No, okay, so you're, what are you rolling on them?
That was funny shit. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Well, you got me on that one. Dang. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay. A 19?
A 19 hits.
All right.
And if you guys are keeping up with your trend, these hobgoblins haven't survived an attack yet.
22 points damage.
Oh yeah, you are just gonna crumple one of
No,
these hobgoblins.
wrong. 24 points damage, and both hits did an additional +2 to hit, so it wasn't factoring the bull strength.
Are you also factoring in the racial?
No.
So you rolled a 19 and a 21 then?
So hold on. So the hit on Bugbear 1 was 6 from the dice, +6 to hit, that's a 12, +2 for bull strength, that's a 14, and +1 for the racial, make it a 15.
So that one still misses.
Okay. And then the other one's irrelevant. A hit is a hit.
Yeah, that one, I mean, it squished before you started adding damage.
Yeah. Fair.
So you're just gonna crumple one of these hobgoblins again, and you kind of notice that the other three look very familiar as to the ones you guys fought before, and they are still very scared of you guys.
So that's where you went. Now you have nowhere to run.
Can't run in front of your boss.
And that is going to bring us to Titan.
Alright, I'm gonna look their boss in the eye and be like, well, let's open up them wounds. And that is a 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage.
So you're gonna hammer Durin, and he is gonna be very, very bloodied at this point. He's not down, but it looks like he's having a little bit of difficulty lifting his war axe, his war axe, and he is very disgruntled.
You're looking a little sleepy there. Would you like to take a nap?
He's gonna look at you and, I'll sleep when I'm dead, and I'm not dead yet.
Give it another round.
Working on it, though.
And that is going to bring us...
I love shit-talking dwarves.
To the 3 hobgoblins. And all 3 hobgoblins now very intimidated by Tyvar, are going to focus on him.
Look at all of them. Hit me, you cowards!
And that's going to do squatly. So I'm going to roll a 21, a 17, and a 4.
One of those hit.
Yeah. And that is going to be an 8. So 8 plus... So 10 points damage?
Okay.
And that'll bring us top of the round with Durin. I need to add Grendel.
Did you skip Rosie?
I did skip you, sorry. And I need to add Grendel too. So yes, that'll bring us to Rosie.
Can I have a clear sight of Grendel, caster?
You're kind of still surrounded by the hobgoblins right now. He's behind the hobgoblins at the door behind you guys.
So I can't see him. Okay.
I would say partial cover kind of thing. Like they're right in front of you. It's not like they're a wall or nothing. You can't. You do know that she is back there.
Okay. Well, then I'll try to attack one of these hobgoblins. That's gonna be like a 14.
14? That's not gonna do it. And that's going to bring us top of the round with Grendel.
Grundle? What?
Grendel, yeah, it's Grenl. Grendel.
Oh, I'm just hearing Grundle. You know?
I think I keep saying Grendel, but it's Grendel.
No, I keep hearing Grundle. Yeah,
Grundle.
the Grundle, the fleshy fun bridge.
Yeah, yeah, it's a Grenl.
Grinnell, yeah.
Grendel. And she is going to try to heal Durin one more time.
Did you already use Bless?
Bless?
Devin? The spell?
No, I have not. I didn't use Bless as a spell.
Cool.
No,
So
I
give
use
us additional bonuses.
I use second level spell of oh god, what was it? Divine something or other?
Is that a morale bonus?
Yes.
Okay, so it won't stack with Bless then. Okay. I think I only have the PHB spells. I don't think I have the full list. Because I don't have anything that starts with Divine as a second level spell. At least not written down.
So Grendel is going to kind of move up behind Dern there and cast Darts of Life.
Yeah, this is Divine Protection.
Okay.
What book it's in.
Darts of Life creates 10 floating orbs. So these 10 kind of light orbs kind of appear around this little tiny female goblin. And she is going to shoot 4 of them at Grendel.
I like that.
So we have all paladin spells of 3/5?
Yeah, I mean, paladins get every spell. You just have to prepare which ones each day.
And Grendel is going to heal for 24 life.
I'm gonna look back to Grinnell. Will you fucking knock it off?
Or sorry, Dern is going to heal. Grendel is going to heal Dern for 24.
I know
and
what you
that
mean.
brings us to Dern, who is going to finally try to hit a fucking attack, maybe. Let's see. He's going to swing his mighty war axe at Tyven. And that is going to be a 23.
That just barely hits. I have a 23 AC.
Oh, fuck. It's about goddamn time.
What did he have to roll to hit?
I had to roll a 17 on the dice.
I'm doing my job, though. I'm fucking buffing everyone's AC.
And I have not been rolling high on my dice today. Let me tell you. The ones have been plethoric. All right, and that is going to be a pretty good number. So let's see here. That is going to be.
Oh shit!
11.
I forgot about that.
That's 13 damage there.
Ow. That kind of hurts. Okay, 25. Okay.
And that brings us to Tybar.
Same as last time. A smack and a smack. One to each different hobgoblin. No. Yes. No. These are bugbears. Whatever the fuck these things are.
These motherfuckers.
They're just target practice.
Remember,
Doesn't matter.
bull strength and +1 for racial.
Right. So that's a 24 to hit on number 1, and a 16 to hit on number 2.
Number 2 will not hit. Number 1 will hit.
You're pretty consistent. You usually get 1 of 2 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'll have you know,
because the
this
AC
is
on
like
him is 18.
most of
just
the times
under.
when I'm missing, I'm rolling specifically a 4, 5, or 6. Specifically those 3 numbers.
I am rolling way too many 1s this session. You guys are really escaping by with those. I'll tell you what.
Great.
And I have not gotten 1 nat 20 this session, which is bothersome.
I just have a really high plus to hit. I have, against these guys, like +9 to hit.
I have not gotten a max die on anything I've rolled today.
Damn. My damage at the start was rolling really high. Now I'm back down to rolling 1s and 2s a lot.
22 points damage.
So again, you are just going to crunch another hobgoblin. And as you do this, you're going to feel almost as if something is grabbing your hammer. Or your mace, right?
Mace, yeah.
The one that was blessed by Moradin.
Okay.
So you're going to feel almost as if something is grabbing it, and it's going to swing, almost of its own accord, at the goblin that you missed. And go ahead and roll me damage.
You know what, I'm not going to use these D6. I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to use these ones instead. 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 points damage.
So you are going to just crumple this thing for 38 points of damage. And it's going to, almost as if, as you hit it, it feels like, not like a normal blow, almost like every bone in this hobgoblin just shatters as you crumple this thing in.
Oh. That's fucking nice.
Awesome.
And that brings us to the last hobgoblin standing in front of you guys, which is going to try to swing at you.
Wait, did the hobgoblins go before me?
Oh no, they do not. Sorry, you have a 10. They have a 9. So you go first. Titan.
Okay.
It goes to Titan.
I still haven't gone.
What's your initiative?
Hers is 7.
Oh.
I thought they went right before me last time.
Grendel did, because Grendel came out of the room.
Yeah. So then it'll go me, the hobgoblins, then Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to swift action cast Divine Sacrifice, and it's something I've done before. You guys watch me, grab my mace or whatever, and just kind of press my hand into the spikes and say, "Moradin, grant me power." I'm gonna take a swing. That's a 17 plus 9 to hit. So that's 1d6.
AC is only 20. That's on Durin, correct?
On Durin, yeah. And you're gonna watch as I hit this dude, blood, like cuts begin to open up on me. And I'm going to use a dice calculator because I do not have enough dice for this. That is 47 points of damage.
That is going to take Durin out. How do you want to do this?
I'm just going to look him and be like, "Moradin blesses you," and just cave in completely his skull.
So as you raise this bloody morning star, Durin is just going to just drop his axe and look terrified as he stares up at you, and you crunch this Morningstar into his skull, and he just crumples to the ground.
Yep. And I end up taking 10 points of damage from that attack myself. So. And then we have no more hobgoblins around us, right?
There's one hobgoblin.
Okay.
One hobgoblin and the horror and Grendel. That one.
I'm just going to stare at the hobgoblin as I walk away from it. And I'm going to move up 20 feet.
Grendel and the hobgoblin both just look terrified at this point.
Yep. Well, I'm going to move out. So if he wants an attack of opportunity, he can get one. But I'm going to stare at this hobgoblin.
Grendel will take the attack of opportunity.
Is Grendel up with us?
Grendel was right next to Durin.
Oh, I didn't know that. Never mind. I'm not moving then.
He had to move up to be able to use his darts.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know Grendel moved up. I'm not moving then. I'm just going to turn and look to Grendel.
Yeah, unfortunately, Darts of Life is only close range. So.
Okay.
And he still has 6 floating orbs around him.
I just want you to know that was 10d6 plus a d8.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Divine Sacrifice is fucking awesome, but it hurts.
And I realized that I'm going to let you guys get away with it because I fucked it up, but I skipped the horror this round.
I mean, could just put him at the end of the round. Rounds it out over.
That's true. Yeah, I might do that.
Alright.
So that is going to bring us to the one hobgoblin, who is going to swing on Tyvar. With a 18?
Does not hit.
So he is going to do nothing. And he's going to just freak out and turn around and attempt to run.
Attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swing on this motherfucker. That's
is that
a
a retreat action, or is he just booking?
You didn't move up to that one. You're still over with Grendel.
Oh, okay. I figured he was like
not to move.
Surrounding me.
So the 4 hobgoblins were surrounding Rosie and Tyvar.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Grendel, Durin, and the other one were focused on you.
Okay.
Do I get attack of opportunity, or is that
You
a retreat
do.
action he's taking?
No, you and Rosie both can have attack of opportunity on them if you would like. I don't see why you would not like, but.
Is it still shooting into melee?
He's attempting to run at this point, so I'm going to say no.
It's 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's going to do it.
24 to hit.
Yep, both of them.
Is there a holy aura thing going on right now, or no?
Yep.
So you guys have one-shot every single hobgoblin. I'm not even going to make you roll damage. As he turns around to run, Rosie's going to stick an arrow right in the back of his leg, and Tyvar is going to bring down his hammer and just crush this thing as he goes to run. He's just going to stumble and just get annihilated. And that brings us to Rosie.
Hey, you said there is the holy aura?
Yes.
So, and then Grendel or whatever is a goblin?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's going to be a 20 hit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. All Grendel is wearing is robes.
But I am not flanking Grendel, so I don't get a sneak attack. But I do get the holy aura.
Yeah. You have to come up with melee to really that.
They kind of changed that in 5e. They basically just have to be distracted.
Yeah.
7 damage.
7 damage?
7.
You're just gonna shoot a itty bitty little crossbow bolt into the Grendel's arm there.
Wait, how far away was the blight thing from me?
About 40 feet.
Can I say I would have moved up to that thing?
You can, but Grenell would have got the attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Grenell's doing a quick attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And not get it anyway.
Hey, can you show the picture of Durin again?
Okay. I tried to find a picture online to send you guys.
The Jackalope Goblin. So there was someone in Devin's stream chat that wanted to see it because they missed it.
Yeah, I tried to find a picture online, but that's all I can find. So that is Durin.
The Jackalope Goblin. Haha.
With a caved-in skull now.
Yep.
By the blessing of Moradin. Man, that divine sacrifice is really nice.
And you are next to the twig horror now, right?
20 feet away, but yeah.
20 feet away. Okay, we're I'm gonna put him at the bottom of the round since I missed him. And he's gonna do his thornies again.
I'm just gonna kind of look up.
And that is going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And the thornies are 2d6. And that's going to be 4 damage plus 2 poison, and the poison doesn't affect you. So never mind.
You said 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2d6, and I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Okay.
It's supposed to do plus 2 poison damage per 10. You guys don't get it.
He's
And again, as he shoots these, the thorns seem to regrow right afterwards.
Tyvin's looking a little hurt. Right now.
And that will bring us top of the round with Tyvar, because Durin is gone.
Okay, so we're no longer being surrounded, so there's no enemies immediately around Rosie, correct?
No. There's
Perfect.
no enemies immediately around either one of you. Grenell is about 10, 15 feet off to the side, and the twig horror is about 40 feet back.
Which would make Tyvin about 40 feet away.
Tyvin only moved he's about 20 feet away. He moved about 20 feet from the twig horror.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to 20 feet up next to Tyvin, swift action, faith healing on him, and then 20 feet up to the horror.
There's still that other goblin
15
too.
feet. What's that?
There's still that other goblin.
Oh yeah,
too.
the caster.
Yep.
Actually, instead of going to the horror, I'm gonna go up to the caster then.
Okay.
So 13. Nice, thank you.
Yep. It's what, a D8
13.
plus what now?
It's just 8 points plus 1 per caster, so up to 5. So we're level 5. So.
Cool.
It's a straight 13 points.
Okay.
Tyvin's just gonna kind of give you a nod and keep looking at the fucking twig horror.
The twig horror is rather large. It's really big, but there's not a lot of mass to it. It's kind of just intertangled twigs. It's not like a giant tree stump. It's not like an int. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a bush that is with just vines and tangles and thorns. It's very big, but it's not very dense, I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Anyone got some fire?
And similar to the twig blights, it has kind of a crevice with glowing eyes.
Oh, creepy as fuck. Mm-hmm. It's like a possessed fucking Christmas tree.
Similar, yes.
With arms and legs and...
Got a flint and steel.
We're just sitting at the basement, just...
Light, please. Light, please.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
A hooded lantern and oil.
Hey.
So all you did was move up to Grenell?
Yep.
Okay. So that is going to bring us to the horror.
Yeah, you could dip an arrow in that oil. We could light it on fire, and then you could just Just light the darn thing.
One of my favorite things ever was someone made like this big badass like CR3 dust monster, and the wizard just like press digitation.
That is awesome. I love that.
It was just like, oh, well, fuck.
Sorry, I gotta look up the spell real quick.
You're good.
All right. So the horror. Now that you guys are in a kind of somewhat close area to each other, is going to cast Entangle.
Fuck.
Around all of you.
That's not good.
Even me? I'm like a bit away.
It's a pretty good radius for it, so yes. It's a
40-foot radius. Yeah.
Oh, oof. Yeah.
And what it's going to do is it's going to, all of the thorns that it has been spreading everywhere around Tyvar and stuff are now going to burst around in this entangle.
Okay, so reflex save?
Yep.
Partial. Okay. So.
Do any of you have Escape Artist?
I don't.
Not the Pallies.
That is a 13 reflex. Or no, 11 reflex.
Can I use it for something?
That is not going to do it. So you are entangled.
Yeah.
Said something about this part.
I can't hear what you're saying. You're breaking up.
You said something about escape artist. I haven't.
Okay. That'll be on their turn. But everyone needs to make a reflex save right now, though.
So on your turn, you'll give me an Escape Artist check.
Yeah. Josh, what'd you roll for your reflex?
Same as you did.
Good.
Yeah. So both of you are entangled.
It's really fucked up that we're even rolling similar.
Yeah.
It's not a 14.
You are entangled as well.
Okay.
I almost rolled a 15, and then at the last moment, it flipped to 7.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh.
So all of you are stuck at the moment.
Yep.
Which brings us to Tyvar.
Well, I'm still in smacking range of this caster.
Oh no, sorry, that's Tyvan. Sorry, you already
Oh.
Tyvar already moved up to Grenell.
And entangle.
Which freeing
Prevent unless the bonds are.
Grenell is also stuck.
So, entangled creature moves at half speed, cannot run or charge, and takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls, and a -4 penalty to dexterity. Entangled creature who attempts to cast a spell must make a concentration check, DC 15 plus spell's level, or lose a spell.
So this entangle is going to be from where the just to put it in perspective, this entangled area is going to be from the twig horror pretty much in a 40-foot area out in front of him.
Yeah.
So he's in the area.
Yeah. Okay. And I was how far away from him?
20 feet.
Oh shit. This is a hard choice. Do I try to break free or just try to trudge through it? Fucking slow ass dwarf. I'm just gonna try to
Move
trudge
at
through
half
it.
speed.
Yeah, half speed. And I'm just gonna move up right next to it.
How far is your movement?
20 feet. So full round movement. So move action again. I can get right to it. So 10, 10. Yep, that's gonna be my turn.
And that brings us to Rose.
I just rolled to see if I could have gotten out of it. I could have. I rolled an 18.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a 16 to hit on whatever.
Grenell. So you're just gonna, with a kind of a little scream, Grenell's gonna perish.
I don't even need to roll damage.
Yeah, he had 2 life left on him. So
Good,
unless
good.
you roll a 1, you were taking him out.
Even her minimum damage, because of the holy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
3 was her minimum damage. So.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I was
Just.
Grenell just perishes. Falls down next to Durin.
God damn it.
So that leaves just the twig horror now. The gift from Black.
Man, I really wish someone would have played a wizard right now. So what's this thing do?
So you guys are all stuck, right?
Yeah.
So he's just going to sit back there and continue to pummel you guys with thorns then.
Okay.
Well, actually, you're right next to him now, aren't you?
I'm right next to him.
Yeah, so let's see.
I can do something on my turn, but
Is freedom of movement
I
a
thought
paladin's
you went before the twig dude. Or did you go after?
What?
I thought Josh's character went before the twig dude. Or does he go after?
I moved up to Devin, healed him, and then moved up to the caster that you killed. So. Yeah.
And now all of you are entangled. So Devin's move was, or Tyvan's move was just to get close to him.
Yeah.
And then you killed Grenell, and you're at the bottom. And, so yeah, you're right. She is right, though. It is Tyvar's move. We're top of the round with Tyvar.
Yeah, that's what I was asking because it sounded like
Okay.
you
Yeah,
were
my
going to have
apologies.
something to do.
Yeah, we are top of the round with Tyvar. They both have
Okay.
12s, which is why
So, I'm going to drop my weapons, get out my bow, and shoot the thing. I do have ranged smite plus holy, so I maintain my full d6 damage at range.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that I'm assuming 8, 10. I'm assuming a 29 hits.
It does.
God damn.
It does indeed. You know what's fucked up? This fucking twig horror has improved initiative and still only got a 12.
Damn.
Oh, sorry. Well, crap, I lost 6 damage. D8. Got a 4. The D6 I rolled for the longbow damage did more than the D8 I rolled for to correct it. Anyway. 10, 15, 20, 25 points damage.
And that's piercing, correct?
Piercing, and 4 points piercing. The rest is, I believe, holy damage.
Gotcha, okay.
Because that's
so 4
smite
points piercing, and then the other 20-some is smite damage?
Correct.
Gotcha, okay. So
yeah,
what was the total on that again?
21 points holy and 4 points arrow.
So the arrow itself doesn't seem to do much damage, but the holy very much does.
Okay. Because it's 3d6 for the smite and 2d6 for the holy.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, the arrow itself doesn't seem to do much, but the smite definitely you can tell has some effect there.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the horror. Who is going to attack Tyven here with his big claws.
Oh wait, I only got a 27 to attack to hit instead of the 29.
That
makes a difference.
AC is only 19.
Okay, because I was factoring in the bull strength that is no longer relevant on the longbow.
And I am going to, because he gets 2 attacks with his claws, he's going to do a 19 on one, which I don't think hits you.
Nope.
And then a 22 on the other, which I also
does not hit.
Okay, so he's just going to scrape at your armor. And that is going to bring us to Titan.
Alright, so
Maybe I should stick to the thorns. Those seem to do a lot better.
I'm gonna fight defensively, so I'll get a +2 to my AC and take a -2 to the attack roll. If I remember correctly. Yeah, full defensive is -4. So that'll put me up to a 25 AC. And that is just a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna hit him.
Okay. And same thing. Mace kind of glows as I swing in and do 39 points of damage. And I take 10 points of damage myself.
And then you are also going to take another 9 points of damage as all of the thorns on this thing scrape you as you attack it.
That hurts.
Thorny defense.
Okay, looking a little hurt.
And that brings us to Rosie.
What
So
is
everything
the
else
size
got
of this thing?
annihilated. It is a large creature. It is very, very large. It's like I said, it's not very dense. It seems to be just kind of pieced together with vines and bush. But it is very, very big.
It's not a giant type.
It is not a giant type. It is big. It is not a giant.
Am I shooting into melee right now?
You are.
Add 2 more points of damage. I forgot to add strength again.
No.
I keep forgetting to do that.
So 41. Do a little bit of math here.
Alright, 2 rounds left. But if I don't heal... Oof.
Is 14 hit?
No dice. And with that brings us top of the round with Tybar.
I'm gonna move 10 feet towards Tyven and pop off an arrow.
You are shooting into melee.
That nat 1 says irrelevant.
Fair enough.
Did you want me to roll percentiles?
Sure, let's go for it.
I had to fucking ask, but part of the game.
Yeah.
So you are going to shoot at this big horror here, and as you do, you're gonna hit Tyven in the back with your arrow. You're not gonna hit him with the smite damage, but let's roll just the damage for the arrow.
D6 or whatever the fuck it is.
I think it's a D6.
It's a D8.
He's got a longbow.
Of course, I had to do 6 points damage.
I'm just gonna. What the fuck was that?
Smite, though, because I feel like the smite would probably kill him at this point.
Probably. I have 15
Good
hit
thing-
points left.
Good thing all the holy damage doesn't hit him.
I'm just
The
gonna
thorns hit the bow. Sorry.
And I
Can't
released
you
the
see
hordes.
I'm bleeding here already?
He's gonna get wrecked a little bit.
Oh yeah, like I'm hurting right now.
So we're gonna go with the horror, and he is going to shoot his thorns here at Titan.
Is this a range attack into melee?
Let me see. I think it is actually. It does say ranged.
So it would hit a -4 because even spells take that penalty too, like ray
And
spells.
your AC is fucking redonkulous right now.
My AC is 25 right now.
Yeah, so I don't think he can hit you with that. So he's just gonna swing you with his claws because he can't even begin to hit you with the thorns. And he's going to roll. What do we get here? A 24. You fucker.
Oh, thank God I did the fight defensively.
Alright, so that brings us to Titan.
Might want to just do a full defensive. Get the +4 to AC and just sit there and tank it.
I can't right now because I have to heal myself. So I'm gonna drop all points of lay on hands into myself and heal myself for 25.
Hot damn.
Because otherwise I'm gonna get close
And
to dead.
you can do that without an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, it's just an action to do it. It's not actually casting a spell. It's using an innate ability of the paladins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And all he has to do is, as bad as it's gonna sound, is touch himself. So is he like just, and he heals himself.
Yeah.
Well.
So.
These paladins seem to be quite fucking powerful.
Yeah, like you should see him in 5th edition, dude. Where? God, what notepad am I looking for? There's like 30 of them here. There we are. Okay, 25.
I like these pallies personally.
They're pretty cool. I like them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think from a DM perspective that should be changed is your passive healing outside of combat. Because it really kind of negates any trap. I think that the passive healing outside of combat should be extended to not healing every, like the fact that you guys regained your life before you even made it out of the pit is a little extreme.
Yeah.
But in combat, I think it's fine. I just think it should be extended outside of.
That's kind of like the whole point of that aura, though, is for out of combat healing, is to keep people able to keep pushing through.
I agree with that, but not to that extent. I really feel like you should have been at least you shouldn't have been full life before you made it. Before you fell into a pit, right? You shouldn't be full life before you get out of it.
I mean, I did take 10 minutes inside that pit to take off my armor, though.
That is true.
So that's the only reason why I healed before I got out of the fucking pit. Was because I took time to heal, but yeah.
But that's the only thing. I don't mind it in combat, and I don't mind the healing outside of combat either.
Yeah.
But you guys took a pretty substantial amount of damage from those traps leading up to that troll, and then had none of it to show for it by the time you made it into the troll room.
Yeah, that is true. That's something I'll have to look into when I redo this character a bit.
That being said, I'm not saying I'm mad at it by any means. But the whole point of those traps and that was to weaken you guys for that troll fight, and it literally had zero effect.
That's fair. Okay.
So that brings us to Tyvar, I believe. Or no.
No. Rosie.
Tyvan.
I healed
You stopped to heal. So it brings us to Rosie. Haha. I'll catch up eventually.
Just start crossing out names from all the other things.
So it looks like Tyvar died, and Tyvan died. No.
Man, weird. Just this random thunderbolt came out of the sky, and
one thing I've seen D&D TikTokers do, and YouTube videos is one DM had like on his DM screen had he made little name plaques for all the characters, just a folded piece of paper printed on both sides. It had like a paper clip. Just move the paper clip from character to character as initiative was going down.
Yeah, I saw there was like a paperclip with like a pole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you just have the paperclip on the pole. I really enjoyed that. I showed that to Devin a while back. I really enjoyed that as well. I think I want to do something along.
And you
those
just kind of
lines.
like flip it around as the turn's gone.
I'm planning on starting to use this when we start going into 5.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
It has a lot of really nifty shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna hit. I rolled I got a 13.
Damn it, Rosie!
So you are also going to shoot Tyva. No.
Fuck!
No.
I turned into a pincushion. I got spikes from the front and arrows from the back.
And that will bring us to the top of the round with Tyva.
Does anybody know how many rounds we're in?
We've been in for...
This is like round 6 or 7?
I believe
this
I
is
have
like
around 6, but I think
seven. No. This is at least 7.
Well, we'll call it round 7.
Yeah.
I have 6 on my paper, but
Just finishing round 7.
Or we're starting round 7 right now. Yeah.
Because I only have 10 bolts, and I have now used 6 of them.
Didn't we pick up more earlier?
She only had 10 to begin with.
Why?
I think I picked up any.
You start with 20.
I think with the build for this.
I'm not sure. She said she's had 10 since we've been doing this, and she keeps picking them up.
Yeah, like a quiver of arrows or bolts or whatever, it starts out with 20.
Well, we'll say you have 20 then.
Alright, so again, I'm gonna move 10 feet towards not Tyvar, that's my character. Towards Tyvin. And I have another like 2 rounds to go before I'm up to him, right?
So you were 40 feet back?
And 20. Yeah.
Uh,
I was at Grendel.
Yeah, so Grendel was 40 feet from the thing. So if you're moving 10 feet each round, then you should have another 20 to go, yeah. Unless you're double moving like Tyvar did.
Am I a double move away from Tyvin?
You are now.
No. Next round you could double
now,
move.
You are now a double move up.
Okay, so next round I could get up to him. Okay.
Yes.
But that would be your full turn. If you double move this turn, you could then move up 10 feet
Right.
and then be right next to me.
Right, but my point is that next turn I can do a double move and do my last faith healing on you.
Okay.
So take a pot shot at this thing.
I just realized something.
That's not going to happen.
Did you
Got
not?
like an 11.
No, not quite.
No,
So you're just going to shoot an arrow, and it's going to shoot right through the brush on this thing.
Yeah, I've upgraded. I'm only rolling a 3 now instead of a 1. So wait, no, that was an 11 shooting into melee. So that's actually a 7.
Okay.
Oh, at least you're not hitting teammates this time.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also...
And that'll bring us to the horror.
See if it hits me this time.
And it is, it's not going to swing at you. It's going to shoot at Tyvar. For a 22? I don't know if that hits you.
Yes, I think my AC is 20 at the moment.
It is now.
And that is going to be...
Because you were outside my range.
Oh, it's true, huh?
And I was outside yours, so I have to drop down some damage rolls.
Oh yeah, huh?
So it's going to be 14 points of damage.
Okay. That's 38. Yowzas. Okay.
And that
That
is going to
sucks.
bring us to Titan.
Okay. So for the sake of honesty, I accidentally rolled the extra 2d6 last time that I shouldn't have. So if I hit, I'm going to take off 2d6 from my damage roll. And that's a 18 plus whatever.
Well,
Plus
AC
8.
is 19.
Yeah,
So.
18 plus 8. So 26. I'll be, so taking off 2d6, it'll be 36 points of damage. And I take 10 points of damage myself. As wounds begin to open up again on me.
Plus another 8.
Ugh. As more wounds begin to open up on me.
Do something else here.
Let's see, did 1, 2, 3, 4. I think
Jesus Christ.
my spell ends now. I don't have that anymore.
And that brings us to Rosie.
Okay.
And I looked up, so the 10 volts it was just the base package for the rogue. I mean, we could say I might have been able to pick up some bolts in this
Really? It's only
Sunless
10
Citadel,
bolts?
but
I think crossbows get less ammo than arrows do.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
I think because cross bolts are fatter than arrows are.
She's also rather tiny.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm rolling shit.
I think also generally that a crossbow quiver is just like rectangular and has 10 in a row instead of just a round quiver.
Okay.
Generally,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Because
so that's an 8. So y'all can pass me again.
That is not going to do it. You haven't moved at all, have you, Ribbon?
I haven't.
So
Keep
you
in
are
mind-
still in the tangle.
Yeah, keep in mind you're not within range of my AC bonus.
Do you want to give me an escape artist roll? Because you said you were going to do that.
Now I'm rolling okay.
That's good.
That's an adjusted 20.
That is exactly what you needed to break free of this entangle with an escape artist roll. The DC is exactly 20.
Free at last, free at last.
And that is going to bring us to Tyvar to top of the round.
Okay. Now I have another decision to make. I was originally trying to get to Tyvin's rescue, but now I'm in the danger zone with HP.
This twig horror is kind of nasty.
Yeah, I'm at less than 10 HP.
So move up 10 feet.
What's your HP like?
I have 22 left, so you should probably move up and use your lay on hands on yourself.
Yeah, sounds like me plan then. I'm gonna use 20 points, and I'll save 5 in case. Okay. Move 10, did lay on hands. And it's not a spell, so that isn't covered. That's an ability, not a spell, so that's not covered by my battle blessing feat, I don't think. So that's my turn.
And that's going to bring us to the horror, who is going to shoot some more thorns at Tyvar. And a 19, I don't think it's you.
No.
Nope. Well, he's gonna shoot a bunch of thorns at you, and they're just gonna bounce off your armor.
By one, by the way. I have currently a 20 AC.
Done that twice now, dude. Got a 24 for a 25 and a 19 for a 20.
Good news for us.
Okay. How's this thing looking?
Looks like a big bramble of bushes.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It's just an entanglement of vines and stuff. So I mean, you guys have cut through some of the vines and kind of smashed in some of the brush on it. But realistically, it's just a bundle of brush. You don't really know how it looks.
This
Out of game, it has 2 life.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Because, I mean, my character would be sitting there, like, thinking of all the shit he has in his bag, like, huh, fuck, wish we wouldn't use a fire-breathing potion earlier. Fuck it. Just take a swing. Either I'm gonna kill it, or it's gonna kill me. 22.
That'll do it.
Minimum damage is...
So as you hit it, you see the red light in its eyes kind of go out, and all of the branches and the spines just kind of fall apart into just basically a big pile of bushes and bramble.
Oh, okay. And how much damage do I take for hitting that thing?
Oh, yeah. I guess you do take 7.
Oh my god. Good thing my spell dropped. Because that would have put me at like 60 out of 65. Yeah. So, you know, you can say we totally trimmed the bush here.
Yeah? Yeah, you totally did.
To steal Josh's joke here.
Well, it originally, so in the original story, that's supposed to be the gift from Bulak was supposed to be a twig point, and I upgraded it.
Something. Oh, like that on melee hit thing was brutal.
Mm-hmm. Thorny defense, pretty cool move.
Oh, oh my god. I'm just gonna kind of like sit back and just be like, that fucking hurts. Like start pulling thorns out of my chest.
So I'm going to activate Healing Aura and immediately putting the bow away and grabbing my maces. Then I'll try to search for the 4 arrows that I loosed.
Yeah.
Give me a survival roll.
Rosie's gonna search for her arrows too and
That's a 12.
try to stay within the healing aura.
Okay, give me a survival roll for you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit in a corner with my healing aura. Just, I'm gonna take a minute.
Rosie got a 7.
So I would say you find how many arrows did you shoot?
I think I shot 7.
So I'd say you find 3 arrows, and Tyvar, you are gonna find half your arrows. They kind of got lost in the bushes and brambles. You guys can dig through them if you want.
I think Rosie will probably spend time digging through this. That's what arrow.
You are cutting out really bad again. Are you turning your stuff off again?
No, that
I
was
think
just
she's
mic
just
sensitive.
speaking softly.
So Rosie's gonna search for her arrows, spend a little bit extra time looking.
Okay. Yeah, that was just talking real quiet. Mike didn't pick up. originally.
Yeah, she's got a bad habit of that. So you're gonna find the rest of your arrows, but you are gonna take 6 damage as you're digging through all these thorns and stuff in this bramble.
Okay, well, when I'm done, I'm gonna just go sit in the healing orb.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
All right, so you guys just had a pretty epic battle. What are you gonna do?
I want to test something real quick. I'm gonna lower, or I guess increase my sensitivity on my mic. Is this a little bit better?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After I'm not hurting so bad, I'm gonna kind of get up and wander over to where fucking numbnuts was with the jackalope antler goblin bullshit.
Derwin?
Yep, and I'm just gonna kind of search around and see what he had on him, maybe.
So, I mean, most of it just seems to be, a bunch of raggedy clothes and stuff. You notice his, very distinctly, his kind of helmet with the horns and stuff on it. But for the most part, it's pretty tattered clothes. You see his great axe. But that's really the only thing of significance that's going to be his great axe.
I'm gonna grab his helmet, put it on, be like, oh, look at me, ruler of goblins.
That's awesome.
Just kind of like toss it off to the side. Oh, I'm gonna also go check that caster real quick and just see if they have anything special on them.
Again, just going to be kind of raggedy robes. Nothing really of significance. They're goblins.
Just making sure. God, I did not sleep enough last night. Holy fuck.
Oh, I can relate to that.
That waking up every like hour bullshit. Okay.
So as all this is happening, you guys are starting to notice kind of the rest of the goblins that kind of flooded off into the corner with there's 6 with swords and stuff.
Oh yeah, we totally ignored
the
them.
The rest are just kind of sick and elderly or really, really young, and they're basically over in the corner, kind of trying to hide behind things and kind of trying not to be noticed.
Oh, we're gonna.
Moral dilemma.
No more dilemma. And straighten up and start walking over towards the goblins.
The 6 with swords are going to kind of try to crowd in front, and they're just going to haphazardly wave them and yell at you in Goblin to back away.
Aren't they evil?
Goblin Slayer style, and I'm just going to start crunching skulls.
Alright, roll me initiative.
Would I have healed up at this point?
Besides that, we are paladins of Moradin, and goblins are a dwarven enemy innately.
Mm-hmm. That's a nat 1 on initiative.
Oh, right on.
I'm still like pulling spikes out of my side, and I forgot about the arrow on my back, and it like twinged a little bit.
You get 1 clap for that. Not even a slow clap. Just 1.
How fast does that healing aura work?
Once a round, so essentially you would heal 1 point every 6 seconds, so in a minute you'd heal 10. Yeah, I would have sat down for a couple minutes while you guys did your searching.
Now, so. after that fight you guys just had, I was going to have you roll initiative, but after that fight you guys just had, you kind of make short work of, even a little bit injured, you kind of make short work of these goblins.
Yeah.
Mostly because you guys were able to one-shot hobgoblins, so these goblins aren't going to do really anything. So you kind of make short work of the 6 with swords and stuff, and now all that's left is just kind of like basically the young and the sick and elderly back there, looking terrified. They're not attacking you; they're just kind of trying to hide under whatever rubble and stuff they can.
They're evil. Goblins are natural enemies of dwarves. You leave them, they're going to breed and come back in greater numbers. Not going to like it, but he's going to go through and clean up the rest.
Alright. You're just gonna slaughter all these little goblins. There's kind of some little kid goblins, and there's some sick and elderly ones, and you're just gonna obliterate them.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie might be feeling some feelings about this.
No joy in his face, just stark
Do you have any
seriousness.
specifics on said feelings?
Huh?
So do you have any specifics on said feelings?
A bit upset. That's kind of it.
Typhon's just gonna go check that other room, make sure there's no more hiding in there.
The circular room?
No, the 36th room.
Oh, so it's just it again looks like kind of a guard post,
Okay.
kind of area.
Does the entanglement go away when the tree dies, or does it linger for a bit?
The entanglement is, I think it would have faded at this point.
Okay. I'm going to go through the hobgoblins and the caster and verify they are no longer breathing.
Yeah, all of them are dead. You have a thoroughly wiped out this room here.
Making sure they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Funny, because all I have to do is put on the healing ore and literally poke them with an arrow, and it does 5d6 damage.
You know, what is it? The Spartan style with the spears. Just walk through, just chunk,
Yep.
chunk, chunk on each body as they walk through.
Yep.
You know,
Most Spartans on their spears had 2 spear points, one at each end. The big spear blade, and then at the end they had a short little pike, so that they can do exactly what he was describing, just
Yep.
as they were walking over him.
Yep.
Yep.
No look of joy, no talking, just stark seriousness as he finishes the job and walks away. And I head off towards room 41, check and open that door, make sure there's no more goblins inside there.
So in room 41, you're going to see kind of a bunch of loot and stuff just kind of haphazardly stored in the corner there. You're also going to notice a kind of... there's a humanoid body in there, been dead for a few days now at least. And there's also a huge hole in the ground. It looks like there was once a staircase that spun down. Now it's just a bunch of knotted vines, pretty thick, that reach down into this giant hole.
I'm gonna go check the body. Does it look like the description of the people we're searching for?
It looks like, based off the description you were given, it looks like Talgan, Hercule, the son.
Shit.
And there is, as you investigate this body, you do notice that there is a signet ring, very much like the one Kirwin showed you on his finger.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that and hold on to it. Okay, save that. I'm just gonna kind of check the rest of his pockets, see what else he might have on him, any information or anything that might help us.
So the body's been pretty stripped clean at this point. It looks like it was kind of tossed in here and discarded. The only thing on it is some of that.
Okay.
You do notice a bunch of, this is kind of this tribe of goblins kind of stash. There is a chest over in the corner. There's some armor leaning up against it. Some haphazard weapons and things like that. But the most noticeable thing is a rather ornately decorated chest over in the corner.
What type of armor is it?
Scale.
I'm using banded mail.
Scale mail.
Okay, I think scale mail's I'm gonna kind of call back to Rosie. We got a chest in here. If you could take a look at it.
I think Rosie's gonna do a search on the check first. And maybe not see much. That's a 14.
Looks clear.
And it's locked.
It is locked.
Okay, let's try to open the lock.
Weapons are out just in case.
That's a 29.
And this chest is going to turn into a mimic. Fun fact, I've never actually been in a game with a mimic.
I have not ran one that you guys have found. Let's just put it that way.
Never encountered a mimic. So you're going to fiddle with this lock, and you're going to hear a click. And as you hear the click, the opening of the chest is going to pop up a little bit, and an arrow is going to fly out of that bad boy.
Oh God!
Why don't you go ahead and give me a fort save?
Oof.
Okay, I get a +1 on reflex saves against traps, but I also get a +1 dodge bonus against attacks by traps.
All right, let's do it. Let's see if you can matrix your way out of the way of this bad boy.
But I don't know. I think that goes on my AC. The dodge bonus.
Dodge bonus would be
So
AC.
let's see reflex. Huh?
Dodge bonus would be AC, yeah.
What kind of? You said reflex save?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's a nat 1.
Okay. Well, this arrow is
what's
definitely going to hit
that?
you. So now give me a fort save.
Oh my God, that's the best nat 1 too.
Right.
Guys, I found
Okay,
something.
fort save. That's a 13.
So you're not going to get that one either. So let me see here.
I see Rosie turning around. Guys, it looks clear. Arrow sticking out of the forehead.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to take 3 Constitution.
Ooh. That's some nasty poison right there.
Does that go to the total?
Yeah, that drops you, and it also drops your maximum hit points. So for the duration, however many points you drop. So if you have a 16 con, let's say, and you drop 3 points, you go down to a 13. You only have a +1 modifier instead of a +3. So essentially, you lose +2 health per level. So that'd be.
And I will be right back.
Okay. Me too. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, sounds good. Be right back.
Hey, big girl.
Oh shit! Ouch! I just hit my knee right into one of my little stands where my lamp is sitting on. It hurt.
I recommend that, not a bit.
Yeah. Oh man. body's fucking hurting. Shit's getting annoying.
Yeah, I know those days, man. I've had this fucking knot on my back that will not go away. I had a load tip on me during one of my deliveries the other day.
Oh, fuck.
And man, it's just been causing me hella issues.
Trust me, I understand that. Ouch. Yeah, the bad part is like my back hurting and stuff like that. I start to sometimes get headaches from it too, and it's just like, well, fuck.
That happens to me with my neck. Like I have this spot right here that gets real tense, and then it starts to really give me a bad headache. Doesn't really happen with my lower back much, but this upper area definitely tends to radiate.
Yeah, like when you wake up on the, your neck's kinked or whatever. Yeah, that one will do it to me too. It just, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no. This has been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good session.
Yeah, I like swapping between 5e and come back to 3.5. I really am feeling I'm liking 5e more now.
Me too. I just I don't know. I like there's certain aspects that I like the simplicity. It just makes it easier to be a little more creative without all the extra confusion.
Yeah.
That being said, I love what you can do with 3.5.
Yes.
I love what I was able to do with Gremlin, where he's a bard, but he's also this fantastic archer. I love what I was able to do with Vrail, where he's this druid, but he's also all this other crazy bullshit, right? And you can't really do that in 5e, but I do feel like 5e gives you a lot more room to play the game and not just number crunch.
Yep.
Yes, it gets the paperwork out of the way of the game.
Yeah. And you're able to play the game
for sure.
Which is I really enjoy that because I just don't have the time to do all the number crunching a lot of the time. You know what I mean? It seems like I'm able to enjoy a little more, which I really like.
Yeah, and I mean we're running into that right now. It's like, okay, cool. I got a plus. I did all my math. Okay, I got a +8 to hit. Crap. And then we've got a racial +1 because goblins. And then, okay, well, this spell then gave us +1 to AC. This one +1 to AC. So give me +2.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
And then like, oh yeah, I was gonna do bless and wait. Was that an enhancement bonus or? Wait, no. Bless is a morale bonus. What did your spell do?
Exactly. You run into that so much with 3.5.
Yeah.
And 5e also gives you a little more room to kind of, for lack of better terminology, gives the DM a little more room to have kind of creative fluff.
Yeah.
You can fudge and you can play a little more as the DM, where I feel like 3.5 is a lot more rigid.
Yeah. There's a lot more homebrew with 5th edition. It's built to be more homebrew-ish, as far as like, especially for the DMs to be able to make their own monsters, and it's a lot easier to make a monster in 5th edition, I feel, than 3.5. For balancing aspects. Cause
a lot of what I'm doing for upgrading in this is I'm taking a creature, right, and then I'm just kind of doubling some stats.
Yeah.
Which sometimes is a little too much.
Yeah. Like one of the things I found is just making it a meat sack. Like that treant you guys fought. It was built to be a fucking punching dummy for you guys.
Well, yeah, this twig horror originally was supposed to have 40 life, and I gave it 100 for the extra. You guys just a nuke on it.
Yeah. But yeah, with that extra like bramble defense bullshit, like that was, that hurt. As a melee character, that fucking hurt.
And that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't want him to just be able to beat guys down. I wanted there to be some repercussion for beating on hit.
Yeah. Which it stopped me for a second. The moment you said that, I was like, oh. Well, this spell does 10 damage to me if I hit, and then you do another, like, 8 damage to me. That's 18. Okay. I'm gonna die if I take one more hit like that. And then if you do hit me, I'm even more... Okay, I have to now heal. You know?
See, that's what the main thing I'm going for with this game is I'm not trying to beat you guys. That's not my goal. My goal is to make you guys think and make you guys do things differently, like with Mary or with this guy, or
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. My goal is to make you guys consistently change tactics.
Which is funny because we're both playing dwarves, so we're very hard-headed and just... We're gonna punch it in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I don't normally play characters like this. I've had, like, one character that's done this before, and it's Tiny. My, Goliath bear barbarian,
Right.
So it's very interesting to just have this whole run at it headlong mindset for me. Because I'm usually the one that goes, okay, let's take a step back, let's plan, let's do this, and
Welcome
then...
to my world.
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna loot this chest here?
Yeah. Since it...
So this chest is gonna contain 231 gold pieces, 2 onyx gems, 2 doses of antitoxin, an arcane scroll of knock, and a potion of cat's grace.
Okay, so... give me 1 second here.
Yours max health has dropped 10 points and is now at 25.
And that will come back after a set amount of time. Everyone gets 77 gold. You said there's 2 onyx gems.
2 onyx gems.
Potion of cat's grace.
Yes, a potion of cat's grace and a scroll of knock.
Okay. I'm gonna give the potion of cat's grace over to Rosie. Because these scrolls we can't really use. Okay. So just kind of like look around through the rest of this stuff. Anything else in this pile that catches our eye?
Not really. There's some weapons and stuff, but most of them are broken.
Okay.
There's a couple things of like goblin armor that's in pieces and things like that. But the only things of significance are the scale mail, the ring, and the stuff in the chest.
Okay. And kind of walk over to the hole and be like, "How you supposed we get down there?"
So there is a bunch of vines.
No.
That are
No.
on the
No.
No.
Because that fucking worked great for us last time.
Right? Yeah, you guys don't climb well.
So yeah, there's a bunch of vines going down this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like they go all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, they're knotted vines. It looks like they've pretty clearly been climbed up and down. The goblins seem to have traversed this area fairly well.
I was gonna look to the rest of them, just be like, "I don't like this." I'm gonna just start stripping, just start undoing all of my armor, every last bit of it. Make a nice little pile, strap it across my backpack. Takes me like 10 minutes to do this. Or 5 minutes, I think it was what it was. 10 minutes for a full plate. We're gonna have to climb down. Oh, I found this ring, and I'm gonna show the ring to everyone else. And I'm pretty sure that that one over there, and I'll point to the body,
Talgrin?
is Talgrin Hirkul, the one we're here looking for. Well, one of the ones. Still need to find his sister, Sharwin.
Rest in peace, lad.
If we can, we might be able to bring the body out. But for now, he needs to stay there.
Oi. I'm gonna pop off my chain shirt. And, again, stuff it in my sack. So now I have my full +3 to climb. Instead of only one of it.
You have +3? Shit, I only got +2.
Well, I got... Well, after I take away the negatives, I have the 17 strength.
There's what?
I think there's part of this entry that's missing. Like it has little sections you're supposed to read in the players, right? And there's this part where it's like, they busily shovel well-turned earth into a rusted and nothing. It's just empty space.
Nice.
Excellent, excellent.
I love that.
Nailed it.
This is a really old book, though. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of errors like that in some of the older books. Like the Player's Handbook has a lot of them. I think there's even one in there where one of the classes refers to itself as the wrong class.
Not really.
Yeah. It was like one of the old 3rd edition books. I think it was like the paladin referred to itself as a cleric or something like that. It's something weird.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm just gonna begrudgingly start climbing down.
Alright, so you're gonna climb down this shaft. Now, it's a pretty good distance down. As you start climbing, go ahead and give me a climb check.
11.
Let's see what
I rolled a 9.
You're gonna slip going down these ropes. Go ahead and give me a reflex. See if you catch him.
Oh, just a 20, thank God.
So
Safety squints engaged.
You're gonna fall a good ways down this shaft, and about 5 feet from the bottom, you're gonna grab this rope, kind of launch yourself off from the wall, and just land on the ground.
So the rest of you guys see, you're this son of a bitch. Thunk. Oh.
I think you had a pretty good roll there. 22 to climb.
So she's just gonna spryly, real delicately grab the rope and just make her way down to the bottom. As you guys are making your way down this shaft, though, you do notice a lot of spider webs about halfway down start kind of lining everything.
Oh yeah, we never.
I'm getting this deja vu.
I
don't like this.
Oh, that's right. I never did show you guys that dungeon, huh? I'll have to do that here when we're done. But yeah.
And are you heading down as well, Tyler?
Yes. That's a 9. Wait. Hold up. That's this. Oh, sorry. The dice is a 9, not a 6. 12.
So you're similar to Tyven, you're going to start to go down and you're going to slip. Go ahead and give me a reflex save.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 15.
So you're gonna be going down, and you're gonna, as you start to fall, you're gonna grab the vines, and it's gonna it's really gonna hurt your hands. You grab some thorns as you go to grab it, and you're again about 5 feet from the ground when you grab hold, and then as the thorns sink into your hands, you fall again, and you're gonna take 4 points of damage as you sprawl on the ground.
I'm gonna do a reflex save to make sure he doesn't fall on me. That's an 8.
So as you fall on the ground and take that 4 points of damage, you're gonna smash right into Tyven.
What'd you do that for?
Hey!
Get off me!
You guys come into this area, you guys start to see around you, and you notice a bunch of luminescent kind of fungi all around. You can kind of see through some of these spider webs, and it kind of lights the entire cavern as it kind of spirals down this path. And with that, we are going to end the session.
Oh my god. Oh, that was a great way to fucking end it. Just dwarves falling on top of each other. Fucking goddamn it. Fucking ropes, man. I swear.
Like gravity seems to be your guys' biggest ending.
Yes it is.
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh. Oh. I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
And you guys finally made it to the second map.
Nice. Hold on
and with that, go ahead and level up, guys.
Oh shit. Alright, for those of you guys watching,
level 6 now, I believe.
For those of you guys watching the stream, thank you all for coming
How long
out.
does that
And
con damage last for?
I'm gonna end the stream here, and hope you guys have a good one.
We'll see.